Sorry about being late, fam. Hey, are you still feeling last week's? I haven't talked to you since we got a. Whew, I can't find the words to say. We got a beaten. Oh, we've been not having to say that for how long? Oh, because it was an uncalled for. You know what? Let us not divulge in the past. Let it go. It's over. Done. We're moving on. In fact, first rebound game of 2023. A lot of teams can say that. In fact, there's only five. So whoever goes, okay. You know what though? Eagles, Miami, 5-2 Eagles. We should go through that later. Okay, let me get into this. So Niners Vikings has no business, in fact, resembling what we witnessed last Sunday versus the Browns anyway. There's no defense in the NFL doing what Cleveland is doing to the opposition on their schedule. I did not know how good the Cleveland Browns were. Do you know that, like, you got a pack of teams in this box here, right, that are kind of close defensively, with the 49ers being the best of that group. And then you got the Browns above the box, but all by themselves. I had no idea what we were getting ourselves into. I heard they were good. And you know what? I kind of knew coming into the season. I picked the Browns for the 49ers to lose to. Anyway, but I did not pick them as a team. You know how every year we have a team that you should not lose to, and you lose to. It wasn't the Browns, because I said, as soon as they got Zadarius, I said, that's a little too much. Okay, because now I saw it coming. But see, I didn't know they were going to lose their offense either, though. Because you got Myles Garrett and Zadarius. That number, that's already too much right there. And then I said Nick Chubb. I said, okay, well, I tell you what, I'm going to give us a loss on that. We can hopefully prepared for the Browns when they get to the Super Bowl. Deal with them again. If the Browns remained healthy, fam, they would kill the rest of the AFC. From what I just saw, I think they would. Of course, they need a better performance from Deshaun. Otherwise, I know they're probably going to have a little problems. But anyway, and even with the praises that could be given to the dog pound defense, the Niners still have their chance to pull off that victory, and I wish they would have. But you know what? We got to stop being mad at Jake Moody. The wind blows in that place like crazy. I know, man. I'm just saying. He won't do that next time. He'll know how to handle that wind. San Francisco does their best work under the primetime lights. So, fam, you and I both know that, right? Yeah, you turn the lights on and put us on at nighttime. 49ers look at it like it's going to the club. It's a party, So tonight, this is why you shouldn't eat nuts by the handful and run from one room to another. Now they're lodged all over the body. I do like my mixed nuts. So anyway, San Francisco does the best work at night. As I say tonight, to the phones we go, as we do every Friday night, during the NFL season for your analysis and your prediction on the Niners reset game as Vikings Week 7 matchup. Down. Trade line's coming up next 31st, fam. GM Lynch, of course, didn't divulge anything but cliches about the Niners' plans during his weekly interview on KNBR radio this morning. But Lynch said, as he joined Murph and Mack, I think this time of the year, it's just a lot of phone calls with other teams. It's all cliches. It really is. Where are you guys at? What are you looking for? Who's available? So it's a lot of those things. And then you start to hone in on, okay, in the right situation, these are the guys we'd like to have. And so it's just a lot of communication with other teams. I think we've got a proven track record. We're not afraid to be active. And if it can help our team, I think the one thing we've remained relatively healthy, number one. Number two, we got a pretty deep and talented roster already. So it's good to really make sense for us. But we're certainly not afraid to make a splash if needed. And if we think it can improve us, and that's not a stock answer, unquote. And this is the anniversary. This is the anniversary day that we picked up that man, Christian McCaffrey. Things have not been the same since. Unfortunately, though, as of now, Niners haven't officially ruled out anyone on Monday night yet. But Debo and that shoulder, Trent Williams has got an ankle thing going on, and also ailing, and did not participate along with Christian McCaffrey. You know, it's pretty funny about Christian McCaffrey, though. This dude, McCaffrey asked Coach Shanahan to game plan as if he were going to be playing. CMC has no intention whatsoever of being on a sideline observer when the clock starts against the Vikings on Monday night. Oh, you know it's going to be killing him. He loves this stuff. He's only dealing with an oblique injury. It's not the ribs. It's not the back. Like everybody was speculating while we were watching the game. Oh, it's his back. That's got to be ribs. No, it's his obliques. That's soft tissue. He'll be fine. Only thing is, I don't know if he should aggravate that any further this weekend, though. But that forced him out of the game last week against the Browns. He has been day-to-day since and has not yet practiced this week. You know, fam, according to ESPN's Nick Wagner, who tweeted, it guarantees nothing in terms of his availability for Monday night. But earlier this week, McCaffrey asked Kyle Shanahan to not take anything out of the game plan and to prepare for McCaffrey to play, even if he doesn't take practice reps, unquote. You got to love the attitude, though, fam. I really do. God bless you, bruh. Christian, set your ass down. You ain't coming on the field this week, bruh. No. Mrs. McCaffrey gave birth to a serious warrior, fam. That dude, him and George Kittle, I think they enjoy pain. You ever watch the game as it goes along? McCaffrey's elbows are always just blood red. Yeah, that gets him fired up. He ain't ready to play until he starts bleeding. Wow, man, damn, boy. But I'm not in any favor of any speculation of CMC hitting the field this Monday night. I don't really think it's necessary. I do think I want to see Mason and Mitchell. All right, get them out there. Let's get some run on them, too. But anyway, Wagner and other reporters did get a glimpse of CMC during today's practice session. He worked with a trainer on the side field while his teammates engaged in on-field activities and getting prepared for the game. Let's, as I say, just get Jordan Mason and Elijah. No, I don't need to plan for McCaffrey. Plan for Mason and Mitchell. Get them ready. I don't want to see them running out there looking confused, a lot like Ray McCloud did last week as he was supposed to be playing the Debo role, Kyle. Anybody that's number 2 should be ready. I mean, he should be ready as if he was going to play. So, going back to John Lynch, though, with his conversation with Murphy Mack on KNBR this morning, he did say, quote, about this matter, we always have to have their health and safety as our primary concern, always will, and make sure that they're safe being out there. And so a lot to factor in, and we'll just kind of let that continue to play out. But I know they're all doing their best to get back out there for their team, unquote. So, yeah, this is what I want to see. I want to see McCaffrey out there as soon as possible, but I want him healthy. If it takes another week for him to heal up, so be it. That's just the way it is. We ain't losing this game because he ain't playing this week. Not this week. There are other weeks that, no, we're probably not going to win. But Chris, he can take back to it. I mean, the Vikings have had these games where they keep losing by small scores. And by the way, last year when the Vikings were winning by those small scores, it may have been luck a lot of the time. That showed as the season tapered down toward the playoffs, and when they did get anywhere near the playoffs, they started losing games as they probably should have in the first place. You still had Kirk Cousins, though, throwing for 50 million yards. You know all I ever understand about the Vikings and Kirk Cousins? Kirk Cousins will lead the league in yards. A lot of it's garbage yards, but, that's still a lot of yards. Kirk Cousins around 5,000 yards each and every year, right? And the Vikings still aren't going anywhere. That's bizarre. But anyway, fam, Vikings DC Brian Flores is going to blitz the Niners to death, as that seems to be the popular mode of attack by every DC in the league now against the 49ers. And I don't know if it's any more about Brock Purdy. They still think he's going to crack? I mean, all they're doing is training him to how to beat the blitz week after week. If I was a DC right now, the last thing on my mind would be thinking to run another blitz scheme on him all day long. But the Vikings blitz more than any other team in the NFL, so that's what they do. But Kyle by now has taught Brock, all the nuances of when they blitz, here's what's going to happen. You're going to see this, this, and this. There's going to be an avenue for you to take. You've just got to find it really quickly and get to it. He's a sharp kid. I think Kyle would tell him. I was kidding, but I think Kyle would tell him that because the fact of the matter is, as you heard from, maybe you heard that interview from Kyle has told Brock, listen, you beat Brock Purdy, but here's what we're gonna go over this, and this, and I want you to make the right choices at the right time. If anything breaks down, then you become self. I got no problem with that. Brock Purdy, he's a rookie. Until he plays 17 weeks, I'm still gonna call him a rookie. So, that's what we're going to look for this weekend, more blitzing. But then again, that's what Vikings do anyway. Like every team's been doing so far, with the exception of the Browns, who just flat out kicked our ass playing our defense against us. But anyway, more doom news, though, fam. Matt Barrows tweeted Trent Williams didn't have a walking boot on in the locker room today, but he was moving around with a pronounced limp. He's out, fam. He is so out. So he's not able to go on his sprained right ankle. Jalen Moore will make his first start since week 6 of last season. I ain't mad at that. You know why? Because remember last year when Jalen was on the sideline, Trent Williams was standing on the sideline on every snap, giving him instructions every step of the way. If I got that, I'll be okay. Because Jalen apparently has talent, but he just doesn't have the mind of a Trent Williams. By the way, unquote on Trent. So now we have more on one side and McKivitz on the other, though. It's frightening, isn't it? By the way, McKivitz is getting better, too, each and every week. He is. He's not giving up a lot of pressures, fam, and he ain't giving up no sacks. We need to be grateful for that. But, O-line coach and run game coordinator Chris Forrester had something to say about that. He told reporters today the good thing for Jalen is that he has a lot of work when Trent had his vet days during camp and doesn't play in the preseason. So Jalen does get to play. You do get to see if he's progressed. And we think Jalen has progressed. I mean, you've heard me say it here a lot, that you don't know until you play in the games exactly how far, but he has improved on some things. It's been good to watch him do that and hope that if he does get pressed into duty again on Monday night, then we'll be able to see more improvement. I'm starting to have faith in McKivitz, and I'd love to start having faith in Jalen. So if Jalen doesn't get smoked out there, and the Vikings do have one of the Kendricks? He's got 8 sacks this year. We ain't played but 6 weeks. Oh, my God. But again, they played against the Panthers. And the Panthers, Bryce be handing out stats to teams. I don't know what's going on over there, but, anyway, the Vikings ranked 14th in offensive DVOA. That's why, fam, I 20th in defensive DVOA and 8th in special teams DVOA. This is not good, fam. Don't be scared. No. The 5-1 Niners are considered favorites. We got a 6.5 point spread, according to the point spread, ahead of their game against the 2-4 Vikings. This is another one of those games that's scary. And I say scary in the fact that we cannot lose this game. The embarrassment will be unreal, and then they'll start talking and saying bad things about the 49ers. I don't want to pick. The over-under is 44. It's not much, huh? You know what, though? I believe the 49ers are going to get back to their 30-point winning ways. Let's go ahead and give 31. Kirk Cousins is going to die. He doesn't have Jefferson. You know what? 31-9 for me. They're going to get 3 field goals. Let's go to the phones. Fam, for your brief analysis on this upcoming Monday night versus the Vikings. 31-9 for me. I put it down. Hey, yo, Ellis. Ellis, come on in and tell us what. Ellis, come on in, fam.
Yeah.
You got the Vikings coming up Monday night. Yeah, What are you thinking?
Get to it. Hold on, let me step out. I'm over here at this restaurant. So for the Vikings, man, this is a game we can't take lightly. They always come and try to play good for the first couple, for the first half. They're going to come play with us, especially after the Browns. And I know the Browns got one of the best teams, but shit, the Browns lost to, they got a couple of losses and I think they got whooped by the Ravens a little bit. If I'm not mistaken, I think the Ravens might have held them like under 10 points. I think they only had I want to say 3. They only had a field goal, or who was that? They only had 3 points. Maybe that was that the Bengals. Maybe that got whooped like that.
You're talking about
One
the
of the
Browns?
damn Cincinnati teams.
You're talking about the Browns getting beat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got spanked. They got spanked on 2 good times.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just saying, after seeing us, against that wide 9, the same defense we run and how we struggle with it, maybe they might try to do something defensively that, is in that arena. I mean, you can't just do a whole brand new damn defense for the week. It's not like applying or plugging in plays for your offense. I think the defense is a little more consistent. Like you have a certain, defense that you run, and they're gonna. I mean, that's just unnecessary, all that noise. But yeah, man, the defense though, you don't just switch your entire defense for a game. So I don't think they're gonna do that, but they will, try to throw some looks at us. I think, similar to what the Browns did, and then just do what they do best: apply all that pressure on Brock. We're going to be seeing a lot of blitzes like we did in New York, which, Brock and our offensive line seem to sustain well. And, we made them pay for it most of the game. But they got some really good defensive, players for sure. Daniil Hunter, and I think they got a couple of good defensive linemen in the corner or 2 that are all right. But, we can't take them just like they're not, like they're not anybody. We shouldn't do that with any team. And I think coming off that loss, we're not going to do that. But I just, I don't know, man.
Time clock.
I mean, the Browns are good, but it's like we still should have beat the brakes off of them. That was a good ass team, though. I'm not going to take nothing away from them. Their defense was exceptional. I just feel like with what they put up offensively, we should have had 21 more points, at least 17 more points minimum, and that's a clean sweep. And we still had an opportunity to win the game, even in the midst of that defense and what have you. But
we played.
Depending on who we do and don't have. Yeah.
I mean, you think about that catch. I don't know what was on the mind of our top wide receiver that day. I don't know. You know how he's been making some. I'm talking about Ayuk. Ayuk's been making some spectacular catches, right? I don't know what he was thinking against the Browns. Some of those catches should have been easy for him, especially that one that went right between his hands. That was a touchdown.
Yeah.
I don't suspect he's going to have that kind of week twice.
If you move before you get the ball, there's not very many people out there that can catch the ball, do 2 things at once and when it comes to, catching the ball. You have to make sure you got the ball, get it in your hands, get the visual, get your hand-eye coordination together, and then you can make the play after that.
Yes.
But,
can't run until you get the ball.
But, only certain people can do that, depending on how fast the ball's coming, what the angle is looking like. You can catch the ball. I catch the ball when it goes high and it's over my head. I could just reach my arm up and grab it. But, I mean, I play basketball. I got long arms, big hands. So I'm just saying certain people can do that. And Brandon Ayuk can do that.
Yes.
But, he's human, man. He's human. He made a couple of mistakes.
He had a day.
And I think he's going to make up for that. We're going to need him to step up. We need Ronnie Bell to step up. We need Jawan to step up.
Ooh.
I have a feeling Debo's going to be out.
Bell's going to play.
Christian might be limited.
That's right.
I'm concerned about Trent Williams maybe not playing because we need Trent long term, Ronbo. So I'm not looking to have. I would take a chance and not have Trent Williams tomorrow, and even Christian McCaffrey, to be honest, and just give us Debo and have him limited, and we can have Ronnie Bell, and we can get more, bring up another receiver. We got We got Tay Martin. We got, a couple of guys that's, on the practice squad that I think we can still beat. We can still beat the Vikings. No problem. They don't even have Justin Jefferson.
See, that's
shit,
what I'm thinking about. They don't have their big time.
Come on now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So we should be able to get these guys and allow our premier offensive players in Trent Williams and Christian McCaffrey to sit out and let them get ready because we need them for the long haul. Now Kyle's gonna be tested. What do you want? You want to try to get through each game just to have the security of having your guys here injured and still playing? Or would you feel better, or would it be smarter for you, Kyle, to let them rest more so that we can increase the percentage of them being healthier, and then also for a longer duration of time? Because you're only putting them more at risk by playing them when they're hurt like that and potentially increasing the severity of those injuries by making these guys play.
Exactly right. And I tell you what, fam.
You confident in your offensive line? Let's see.
It's only
Let's see it.
Yeah, it's only week 6, and you don't want to be out there having people getting hurt. I mean, 7. I mean, this is week 6.
Get them ready, Forrester.
Yeah. We got to go, fam. I'm tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna see you. Oh, give me your score, Ellis. What do you got?
Shit, man. We playing in a dome. We're not getting no wind, no rain. We're not worried about the elements. It's just the lights and the enclosure. Man, I got 35. I got 35 on the board.
All right.
And then no, man, you know what? To hell with that. 38-21.
Because we got tired. We got 21.
I'm giving 3 points for Moody. I'm giving 3 points for Moody. We need Moody to kick and show us that he's ready to be here. Because if he blows it again, Bo, we're making a long distance call to Chicago, and we're gonna go get Robbie.
Not to worry. There's no wind blowing in that place you just talked about. Ellis, I'm telling you what, I'm going to see you. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to see you until...
But that pressure, it's that pressure. It's the mental makeup.
Well, yeah.
It's not always the elements with that position especially.
But that was his first game having that problem. That's why I know that may have been the win. Anyway, Ellis, see you Tuesday for SmackDown. All right?
Yes, sir. All right, appreciate you, family. Thank you for the platform.
Thank you, Ellis. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man, I'm looking to see Ronnie Bell bust out. Thank you. I sure will, man. Ronnie Bell gonna look good tomorrow, Bo. I feel like this gonna be his time to shine. But we got Ray too. So I just want Kyle to make sure he lets both of those boys shine. If you're not gonna play Debo and Christian, we need to see both of those two fellas play a lot.
All right. Hopefully.
Anyway, I'm gone.
All right. Night, Ellis.
Stay healthy, Elijah. God damn.
All right.
All right. Shout out to Faithful, man. Hit that like, subscribe. You know where you at.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, man. All that. Shut up, production.
Thanks, Ellis.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, Sharon. Come on in. And give us you and Mom's your feeling on this game.
Hey, Ronbo. How are you?
I'm doing fine. I ate too many nuts. I love. There's something about nuts. It makes me overeat them, and I was running around the house at the same time. Don't run around. I'm telling you, don't run around the house eating nuts. Just stand still, chew them up well, and swallow. Okay, there you go. Sharon, Vikings, 49ers. What are you thinking?
That's the win.
I do too.
They'll reload, refresh. I think Christian will play. They say he's limited, but he's gonna.
She's been eating nuts too. Sharon, do you really think he needs to play though? Because you want to risk him getting hurt on that, extending that injury.
Rest.
Yeah.
Let him rest and play. You got Mitchell out there. You got Jawan Jennings. You got IU.
They equal one McCaffrey. One of them does good sideline to sideline, and one is off the tackles. Jordan does off the tackles really well. Elijah can hit around the curves. I kind of like the combination of those two together. Should be able to get it done for this week.
Yeah. I think it'll be a good game, and overall, like I said, I think we will win. get back on track of things. You know, one bad game ain't gonna hurt us or anything like that, so we good.
Mm-hmm. And as long as we don't have 2 in a row, especially back to back. This is why I think the 49ers are coming
Exactly.
playing like gangbusters this particular weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
so with that said,
Mm,
now, what do you think is going to be the score though? So this is where the OU is
Um,
44. So what are the makers thinking?
Mom says 24-17.
All right.
I'm going 31-14.
Mom has 24-17, and you have what?
31-14.
31-14. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that looks good to me, Sharon. Yeah, who's going to be your big time player? George Kittle has had the lowest. If he keeps going the pace he's going, do you know George Kittle will have about 600 yards at the end of the season if things don't pick up? So could he be
I
implemented
think,
a little more heavier tomorrow, or should I say Monday night?
yeah, I think they're going to use him a lot more. And
You see, he's had to
who
stay in
else
for
needs to
protection for a
break
while.
out this year? I think Juwan Jennings needs to break out one. And so.
Well, see, you know what? It's the Kristen and Debo show. Those are that's Kyle's shotgun, double barrel. Everybody else works around the fringes, but it's
He
all
needs to
about
give
Debo.
everybody else the
He's going to
ball.
have to this week, but I think that's
Yeah.
normally the game plan every week.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a good one.
Let
'Cause
let Christian sit out and leave it at the Mitchell and Jordan Mason. Let them get some time in.
and just leave Minnesota with a W. That's all we
Exactly.
need. So,
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Oh God! But you know what? If we do, I don't want to entertain this thought too much though. But I just realized, should something go wrong again, we always have the excuse we can fall back on that we have players missing. But then again, Sharon, we built this depth so that we could have these days and we could continue to roll. Because we lost Christian last week and Debo, and our
Right.
Pro Bowl left tackle was hurt. That's probably the biggest reason why we lost last week. Not so much because the Browns are just so good defensively, because they were going to get worn out at some point. I really do feel that way.
No, the Browns aren't that good. Ronbo, it was the refs. The
Well,
refs were playing so dirty.
I know.
It gave the game away to
I
them.
try not to blame the
The
refs.
Browns aren't that good to me. It was
I
the refs all the way.
No, I just think that we should not have that game in a position for those refs to do that. They're going to do it every time, Sharon.
And I think they said there's something about those refs too. I was reading something about what they were going to do.
Really?
We'll see. We'll see.
I was hoping the league would issue an apology, even though it doesn't make any difference. I just want them to admit wrong. You know how they every now and then the league representatives have apologized for yesterday's game, and they haven't done that in a long time. Whatever team is in
Let us have a little rematch of that game because
wouldn't that be nice?
that fumble was a fumble. That hit was a direct hit. It wasn't no.
It was it hit him right in the shoulder. It did not helmet.
He didn't
It
hit
did
him
not
with the
neck.
helmet.
Ah.
They just call anything nowadays in the NFL, and it's crazy.
As long as it's against the 49ers, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Although I've seen some bad calls in some other games, I must admit.
Some bad calls all over the NFL last week.
Yeah. Well, they get evaluated at the end of the year. Try to think of a ref that really makes you mad that isn't there this year. You know what? They do throw guys out at the end of the season sometimes. I don't know who they are because the only thing I know is the guys that are in there now are making me mad, right? But they have evaluations at the end of the year, performances, and if the ref doesn't measure up to snuff, he's not coming back.
Right. Well, they need to do something with the referees, but I think they were Browns or something. They were getting paid or something. Because all of a sudden you're going to call all these bad penalties. Come on.
Well, the New York people were watching the game, so I don't know why they didn't overturn that. Anyway, it's too late now. Anyway, Sharon, tell you what I'm gonna do. I will see you and Mom Monday night. And we're going to discuss. Okay, so there we're back on the winning track. All right.
Let's hope so. All right, Ronbo.
Thanks, Sharon. Talk to you later.
All right. Good night. Good night.
Night. Yeah, hey, chill, Phil.
Hey, Ronbo.
Well, Phil, here we are. Uh, we're 49er fans, so we know to lick our wounds and keep going, get out of here, stop crying about the Browns game. Now, Phil, looking forward to the Vikings. What are you thinking?
Well, I think everybody's going to play.
You do?
Honestly, yes.
Because they do like prime time. We don't get
Um,
so many. We get how many prime time games? We get
the
4.
reason is well, Greenlaw practiced today,
Oh, I forgot
so
about
he's back. And Christian McCaffrey told Shanahan,
him.
"Don't change the playbook.
Because I'm coming.
I'm coming." Exactly what he meant.
I know.
And Trent was out of his boot walking around.
With a limp.
So, well, he's still got a couple more days. It's a low ankle sprain. Those things heal pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So it's not a high ankle sprain, which those are the
Takes
ones you worry
weeks.
about.
Yep.
Yes.
It's
And so, I'm not worried. You know
you
what?
didn't
We're
mention-
not going to play Christian all that much. I think we'll play him, maybe on some passing plays, and let the other boys take the running plays,
Yeah, he
which
doesn't
takes
need
the hits.
Right. He could endure coming out of the slot. That's a good idea. Keep him out of the tackles. Yeah.
Yeah, throw some screen passes or some, short to intermediate passes to him where he's not going to take a big hit from a defensive lineman or a linebacker. And
Because
just play
where
it
the
that
obliques are, that's right where you're going to get hit too. A
Right.
lot of the time. Yeah. Ooh.
And, from what I hear, it's just a pain tolerance thing with him.
Yeah.
So, if he can handle it, fine. The one I worry about is Trent. I want Trent to play because I don't want – everybody says, well, we got to save him for next year. If Brock Purdy gets hurt, okay, we're done for the season.
Yep.
Exactly. So Trent's the guy I want to play.
He's got to be
Out of
capable
all
of
the
playing,
three.
though.
So, we don't have a lot of depth on that offensive line. So
Talented. We got a lot of guys,
that's where I'm
but not good.
And as far as McKivitz goes, I looked at PFF rankings.
Mhm.
He's like in the middle of the pack for tackles.
Hey, he's not giving a lot of
McGlinchey's
pressure.
McGlinchey's like 25th.
McGlinchey's way
He's
down on that list.
below
though.
him.
Yeah.
McGlinchey's way down on the list. So McKivitz is an improvement.
Isn't that amazing?
So
We kind of suspected that would happen, but because Mike has really got a problem. He's
But
over there getting killed.
Mike is getting paid $20 million a year,
Ooh, and playing,
and
giving you less
McKivitz
than
is
McKivitz.
paid $2 million a year. So, But anyway, I expect us to win 27-14, somewhere in there. There's no weather. I mean, the Cleveland game, everything went right for Cleveland. The refs,
The weather,
the weather
that wind howling through there, knocked off. But see, they kicked the field
on their
goal.
field,
Yeah.
the wind, it was everything right for Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what? We take the loss. It's 1. We're going to win 10 in a row now
Yeah.
and finish the season.
I like that idea. We did that last year, Phil. We waited a little later. When
Yeah,
was that? When was that
exactly.
Chiefs game? Which week was that?
Right about now.
Somewhere between now and 8, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like right about this time. I think it was week 7, I think.
somewhere. It was.
Yeah.
Definitely wasn't 5.
And then we went on the streak.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to go on a streak again. So Let's go.
I think so too, and I just need to know that those three guys that are missing are going to be okay and be back for. Because if they're not back this week, they're probably going to not be back next week. If Kyle thinks that we could get, who do we play next week, Phil?
Cincinnati
Uh-oh.
at Levi.
I'm going to need all three of those guys back. Phil, I would rather those guys take the week off. If I got to have,
Oh, don't worry about it.
you know,
You're stressing too much.
I mean, Cincinnati's starting to look like Cincinnati,
Phil.
Phil. Okay.
Chill,
Whoa.
Ronbo.
Yeah. I agree.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
We've got the best team in the NFL.
Well,
We
long as
do.
we're healthy. Nobody
No
can
matter
stop the
what
49ers.
those pontificators say, we've
Right.
got the best team.
Yeah. I agree.
Go with it.
It's talent everywhere. All right. I'll tell you what, Phil, what do you got for us?
We
You said
need
27.
home
Phil
field
just gave us the
advantage.
score. I think you said 27 what? 14?
Yeah, somewhere like that.
All right.
But, we need home field advantage.
We do.
We want Miami to beat Eagles.
Oh, they will.
Dallas is done. I mean, Texas boy
I'm glad you
came
mentioned
back. He's a coward.
it. Yeah. Texas boy's back hanging out in the chat.
He waits
I don't know
for
why.
us to lose, and then he comes back. Oh, my God.
I mean, who did they play last week? I wish they would have lost that game. That'd have been the end of
San
any
Diego,
conversation.
they almost lost that game.
The Chargers did lose that game. The Cowboys didn't really beat them. The Chargers beat themselves. And I tell you something else, Phil.
Exactly.
Is Herbert really
So it
getting the
doesn't
kind of credit
matter.
and love that he deserves? I'm starting to wonder about
He
him.
beat him 42-10. Hello.
Oh, tell you.
Most unstressful game I've ever been to. Anyway, Rombo,
All right,
you know
Phil.
what?
Yeah.
I expect the whole team to be back. Debo, even he was on what's her name's podcast,
I
and
know. I saw him.
she asked him, "Are you going to play on Monday?" And he started laughing. He smiled. He's going to be there. You got to now. They've downgraded to a stinger,
Yeah.
which means he's going to play.
Especially if you're a running back.
And if
it's not
Debo
legs.
plays and McCaffrey sits out, we're still good because we've got that interchangeability and we can do some things and Kyle can dial it up. So
That's true, too.
I am not worried.
All right, then, Phil. I'll tell you what, then. We
All
will
right,
celebrate
Ronbo.
Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday. Friday, too.
Just relax. Have a good time.
Okay. Have a great
All
night,
right.
Phil. All right, fam.
Okay,
Appreciate you.
Rombo. Later.
Later, Phil. Bye. No, I wasn't getting into worry mode. I just know they do have a couple of guys on defense that are pretty good, and I don't want to be blitzed. I worry about being blitzed each and every week. Gonzo! This is A. Ronbo. Excited to see the boys bounce back. Now that Purdy had his rough game, hopefully he learned a few things and is locked up. And look, he sounds like it. When you watch Brock Purdy talk, fam, if you ever get a chance, he's doing interviews here and there, watch him. Brock Purdy's the most poised. Every time he's sitting there listening to him talk, and he articulates in such a way. I said, Brock, how old are you again? You just got out of school. And he talked about his 4-year stint and how that did actually benefit him as far as getting to the next level, which is the pro level. Everything he says it's right on point. Hey, Shabazz. Shabazz. I love Shabazz on Friday nights. Shabazz is going to give you insights on what. Shabazz brought us down though last week, didn't he? Shabazz, 49 fans, I'm just disappointed. And talked about how we were whining and crying about that game. And I thought about it for a minute. He said, actually, Shabazz is right. And we should have never expected no beat up, beat down win anyway. It was all true. He said that before the game too. Shabazz! We'll come back. Okay, let's go back to Shabazz. Maybe he's detained right now. Wait a minute. Did I hear a voice? Shabazz? Yeah, we just did this. Yeah, we just did that. Gonzo, thanks, fam. Beham. I call him Beham and Q. Because Quindarius is a Rams fan.
What's going on, Ronbo?
I'm still trying to understand what Texas boy's doing up in here. Hey, Beham, come on in, fam. We're sitting there going over, like we do. before the game starts.
Hey, baby. Hey, we dropped one, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. That's all we needed.
But you know what? That's a wake-up call, and I'm glad we did. I'm glad we did, Ronbo.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
we ain't done. You feel me? We ain't. But
B
I'm gonna
B
say this.
BM, your microphone. I mean, how far away from the
Hold
mic?
on.
You're kind of faint.
My bad. My
No
bad.
problem.
Hold on. What about now? Can you hear me?
Yes, it's better, much better. All right, go ahead.
Okay. I'm gonna say this, Ronbo. Hey, we dropped one, and we dropped it statistically to the statistically best defense through 6 games just historically. You feel me? So I ain't too mad about it. And even though it's something with our defense, I'm just not feeling. But even though we dropped this game, even though Purdy played as bad as he did, he still put us in a position to win when it counted. You feel me? So that right there, I ain't really worried about it. You feel me? I ain't really worried about that.
Mm-hmm.
But I am worried about just looking ahead of things. I'm worried about, well, the Eagles, they dropped the game too. So,
Getting ready to
I'm
drop
cool
one
with
this
that.
weekend.
You feel
Yeah,
me?
they playing the Dolphins.
Uh,
That is an ass
but
whooping.
what I am worried about, Rumbo, and what really worries me is them goddamn Lions. They playing good football right now.
You and me.
And the problem is
Yes.
they got a real easy schedule.
And an
Real
offensive
easy.
line that is tough.
Right. So that right there is what worries me because they could easily make it to the NFC Championship. They could easily be the number 1 seed. So, I really want the NFC Championship to have to come through Frisco.
Same here. But make no mistake, the Lions are
going
going
to play
to be
some
there.
ball.
Yep.
They're going to be there, but you know what, Ronbo? I don't think the team is ready.
Oh no.
I think we
Mentally,
still
they
hungry.
can't be.
I think we still the hungriest team it is in the NFL right now. And everybody is tripping. Everybody can say what they want to say because we lost, and they look at what the Browns' record is.
And they
saw they 2 and they were 2-2, and now they 3-2. Yeah, that's all well and fine. But statistically, even though they lost 2 games, their defense has been playing lights out football.
Yeah, Miles
And
Garrett
their
is
defense is what really slowed. Their defense is what slowed us down. You feel me?
completely.
That's what slowed us down.
And they weren't
On
even
the
blitzing.
other hand, our defense did what we needed to do because we did pick him off twice. You feel me? And then, we had a couple of bad calls that didn't go our way either. So, whoop-de-doo. They got us. I think from here on out, I think them boys is finna refocus. I feel bad for these Vikings. I feel real bad for them, Rumbo. I feel real bad for them. I feel real bad for them, Rumbo.
I know one thing. Jake Moody's not going to miss any field goals this week. I guarantee you that. And look for Brandon Ayuk. You know some of them catches he missed last week? Maybe the wind got the ball or something. Brandon Ayuk doesn't miss those. That's why I was a little shocked.
Yeah, Brett. You know what? And the way we was playing, I was like, you know what? We probably gonna drop this game right here. That's what I was saying the whole game. But I'm gonna tell you this, Ronbo. Everybody feel like our weakest link on our team is Brock Purdy. I don't know why.
Who thinks that?
I'm guessing.
You know what?
I'm guessing because of the he don't have enough games. But if you want to ask me, I think the weakest link on our team is Jake Moody.
Is what?
Jake Moody. I think that's what we're really going to have to worry about.
But he doesn't play a big enough role.
The damn field.
Kind of does.
He does. Because if we get into a shootout, say if we're in the Super Bowl or the NFC Championship, that hurts right there. That hurts to say we fought as hard as we did and we lost because of a rookie field goal kicker.
But Beham, he hadn't missed anything before he got to that wind tunnel. He's got some things to learn about. But you know where he went to school, the wind was blowing. That's something that confuses me.
And that's what and you know what's funny? I got a buddy that's from Michigan who is a Lions fan. And when we picked him, he said, "Hey boy, y'all got a good kicker." So you know I had to blow his phone up. They're like, "Hey man, what the hell, man? This goddamn good kicker you talking about just cost us a goddamn game." He was like, "Hey man, you know what I'm saying?"
I mean, as bad as we played, Jake still could have won that game. He just had to make that field goal.
Just had to make. You know what though? He only had to make one. He missed two of them.
I know it's one or two. One out of two was that was all we needed.
Yeah, I mean, one of the two. One of the two would have won us the game. That was. And, you know, I hope and pray that don't hurt us in the future. You know.
Yeah.
I other than that, you know, I think we're gonna beat the hell out of the Vikings, and then we got the Bengals after the Vikings, and then we got the bye week.
That's why I want the three guys that are hurt to sit down this week. The Bengals are coming around and back into shape.
Honestly, Ronbo, yes, I would sit them this week. I mean, don't get me wrong. I put Christian in and let him get his touchdown, you know, to keep the consecutive games.
I forgot about
going.
that.
Just let him get one. Just let him get one. You know, we get down here to the 2-yard line, just throw him in there, let him score real quick and pull him back out.
Yeah.
You know. But other than that, I don't think, man, I think we should be all right. Even if Trent wasn't even playing, I think we would be all right. You know what I'm saying?
He'll be coaching
and
Jalen
I think
anyway.
we could. Right. And I think it would be better if we did sit them, you know what I'm saying, until we played the Bengals.
Yes.
The Bengals gotta, you know, they trying to get their shit together.
Well, because Burrow's leg is starting to heal up. He was moving around last week. I was watching that. And they won that game. If Burrow gets healthy, look out. Look out.
Only thing I want, Ronbo, real quick, I just want our D-line to play better, man. I mean, we invested all this money in this D-line, and they just not getting home like they should be. That worries me right now. They should be getting home a lot faster.
Yeah, remember, BM, they're still working with Coach Wilkes. I think that'll improve as the weeks go by. But fam, let me get your score though.
49-10, Ronbo. Somebody got to get the symbol, baby. Somebody got to get the symbol. We got to put 49 up on somebody. Somebody got to get the symbol.
It would be nice.
I don't know who it is. Somebody got to get it.
Let it be the Vikings. All right, fam.
All right, Ronbo,
See
man.
you on Tuesday night smackdown.
Hey, I look to hear from you then.
All right, fam. Appreciate it. Yeah. Hey, I shout out to Q.
All right, my boy. I'll let him know when I get back to the house.
Please. Be about down the road tonight. All right, fam. Talk to you later.
Have a good one.
Too. Let's go check out Shabazz and see if he's undetained. Hey, Shabazz.
Ronbo, what's happening, baby?
Friday night, my dude. Well, I'm trying to figure out, is it a good idea for the people that are hurt to go ahead and sit down? Is it any really real reason to be concerned with the Vikings? Can our second-string players fill those voids and get it done? Shabazz, we wait for to find out what's going to be the score and some of that food for thought you've become so famous for. What are you thinking?
Ronbo, Brock's going to have a bounce-back game. All the naysayers will be back on him because he's going to throw. I'm going with the over 3.5 touchdowns, okay, which is really 4.
Yeah.
Hey, son, hold on 1 second. Say hi to the Niner fans. Say bang, bang.
Bang, bang.
All right. That's young Shabazz right there. That's my baby boy. And Ronbo, we gonna do this, man. It ain't no problem, okay? So we're gonna beat them, and there's no need for McCaffrey to play, okay? I am not. Forget that stupid record. I am not Kyle, but because we got a season ahead of us. Okay, Elijah Mitchell can handle this. Jordan Mason can handle it. We are okay.
Yes.
No need to panic.
Right.
It's prime time, and we know who steps up in prime time. George Kittle. So expect
Yes.
George to get 1 or 2 touchdowns.
Forgetting about
Okay.
George. That's right.
Yeah, it's prime time. I mean, everybody act like we didn't get to the NFC Championship a couple times in the Super Bowl without McCaffrey. So we know when the lights on,
Yes,
it's
true.
Kittle time.
Yeah.
So bet Kittle over 1.5 touchdowns. Okay. Bet Brock. Oh no, this is the parlay I'm giving y'all. Over 240 passing yards. Okay.
All right.
And he won't throw a pick. Okay. And our defense will do what we do, and we will beat them 31-12, 31-13.
All right. Going back to that 30 habit. I like it.
Yeah. Yeah. So Kittle gets Monday night. Come on, man. Kittle show up and show out on.
He does love to show up in prime time, especially when yes.
And he's back in the Midwest, so y'all just calm down, man. I mean, 49er fans is always in a panic, and I tell you every year, I love getting hit in the mouth, man. I'm an old boxer, man. I can't get ready for a fight till you punch me.
Until you get hit, I know. Same with football.
It's like that old. That's right. It's like that old Harlem Nights movie with Eddie Murphy when she said, "Oh, now, yeah, now, she was all right." Eddie Murphy, boom, punched her in the lip. Then that's when you get that good peace.
Oh, yeah.
That's it, man.
It's just adrenaline starts
Get hit in the
pumping.
mouth, man.
Revenge. You just
Good
got to keep
for
calm. Enough to
everybody.
remember technique. I know.
That's it, man. Hey, Ronbo, I say, man, I tell you, every 5 to 6 wins we get, 49er fans, we ain't going to lose no more. We like them. Nope. I'm ready for that loss. Like I told you early in the season. It's projected the way I see it.
Exactly. Did you pick the Browns to be a problem before we knew all the injuries was going to happen to them and lose Nick Chubb? Deshaun was going to be out.
Yeah, I told everybody that when I called in. I'm like, this is going to be a close game. Here, y'all go with y'all madness again. But I'll be right on. But, yeah.
I knew
I'll do it, Ronbo, man. I mean,
didn't know how.
Yeah, I knew that, man. It's good, Ronbo. I see, like I told you, other losses. If we can average every 5 wins, 1 loss, then that puts us right at about 14-3, 15-2. I would love 14-3. I don't understand 49. That is a perfect season. Yeah. That is the number 1 seed in the NFC. And like I said, if it comes down to the last game of the season and we 14-2, I don't want nobody starting but the third streamers, man. And the last game of the season is against the Rams. Hey, look, Aaron Donald, he finally beat us in the regular season. Let the Rams in the playoffs. Let them get beat up first round. We won't see them. And
you got the Rams going to the playoffs? Shabazz.
Yeah. You know what? Come on, Ronbo. It makes it good for football, man.
That's true.
And earlier that caller said something. You scared of Detroit? Hey, they ought to be ashamed of themselves. This is the NFL and the Super Bowls in Las Vegas, Nevada. There's no way Nevada will let Detroit sniff a Super Bowl. Only way Detroit going to the Super Bowl is like the rest of us. They'll buy their tickets. Oh, my God.
They look pretty tough.
This is what another fan says for thing, man. Man, look, Ronbo, Detroit ain't going to no Super Bowl. Now, will they make the playoffs? Yes. There's only about 4 teams that Nevada will let in there. Detroit don't travel well enough, and Detroit ain't one of them. Come on, y'all. Be real. Be real now. Just be real. Who's gonna watch Detroit and Cleveland in the Super Bowl?
They might watch Cleveland unless Deshaun's playing. Cleveland could be a draw, fam.
Cleveland could be a draw. Hey, Ronbo, me, you, and all the rest of America will be watching a soccer game. It ain't gonna happen.
NBA will be in full swing at that time too, so yeah, there'll be plenty of things to watch.
Be in full swing.
Yeah,
it'll be the most underrated game. Hey, there's no way that's gonna happen. But hey, look, I know my time is out. Shout out to you. Shout out to my boy Lynn SoCal. Shout out to the Memphis Niners Empire. You know that I feel officially a part of, even though I ain't from Memphis, because I know a lot of them. And man, keep doing your thing. And it's gonna be a bounce back week. And it's gonna be good to call in after the win, so I ain't got to hear everybody crying.
So, boss, before you go, though, we need to know what your score is going to be. So people are depending on it
Oh, yeah.
to emulate your
I
score.
told you 31-13.
Production was okay. 31-13.
31-13.
That's right.
Yeah, I told you. I told you take the three-leg parlay on FanDuel. Take Brock at 2.5 touchdowns. Okay, which is 3, because he'll throw 3. So take 2.5. Take him at 240 passing yards, because he'll get over 240.
Yeah.
Take him for no interceptions, and take the 49ers for the win. I gave you a 4-leg right there. I gave you guys a 4-leg.
You know, and chicken ain't got but 2. So you know what? 2
That's
chickens.
right.
Yeah.
That's right. I gave you a 4-leg piece. Brock over 240. Brock no interceptions. Brock 2.5 touchdowns. 49ers for the win. $10. That'll get you about $170.
There you go.
Have a decent little Monday night.
Without Uke losing his mind this week. All right, fam. I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna see you Tuesday night on SmackDown, and we go laugh and talk and have a good time and tell Gene D he ain't played the Browns yet, so he needs the hush. And Texas boy, the reason why they talk about the Dallas Cowboys because that stupid star on your helmet. You America's team, so stop whining. All right, I just had to get that in. Okay.
All right. All right. Bang, bang.
You know, people, I love when people say, you guys lost to the lowly Browns. Boy, they ain't played the Browns yet. Browns ain't, boy, that defense, they are good. Hey, Bill.
What's up, Ronbo?
Bill, we're looking ahead to figure out what's going to happen here Monday night. Bill, remember, primetime 49ers is really dangerous. How many times have we lost on Monday night? Actually, I think we're tied for the best record in NFL history on Monday night. I think it's with the Steelers.
Right. But, however, I have some bad news.
What's the matter?
We got to remember we're expecting too much from the kicker. He's a rookie. And I think this Monday night's going to be the exposure to Jake Moody. Message to him, he needs to get out and practice more. I'm going to hold him against that because we should have won that game, Ronbo, against Cleveland. There was no excuse. He didn't ask for any closer field goal than what he had. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to be tough on him. Mm. I got him missing every extra point and every field goal attempt.
You say he's going to miss every extra point and field goal attempt as well?
Yes. I think we're going to come out strong with 4 touchdowns with every extra point missing. That'll put it to score to 24. And I feel that, our defense was soft against the
run.
Browns. Got to step up. Bosa didn't live up to his sacks. Bosa's got to wake up, and he's got to start up. He didn't sack, so I got him slacking again on Monday against the Vikings.
Jesus, Bill.
I got the score for 26 for Minnesota, and I got us at the last minute running down to kick the extra field goal at seconds at the end, and he misses it again.
And we lose?
And we lose because Kyle don't realize we need a field goal kicker.
Bill, can you remove your personal feelings on this? I mean, is this really how you got it all figured out?
Well, they didn't show anything. Again, we should have beat the Cleveland Browns. And I'm still mad about that because we shouldn't have lost that.
Okay.
Got every Cowboys fan celebrating all the way down the road here in Texas like they just won a Super Bowl. And it's just
Cowboys got problems of their own. They're still a game behind us. So, Bill, you're saying 26 and 49ers 24.
Yeah.
They're going to hold us down to 24 points, Bill? Stranger things have happened. I mean, it's not totally out of the question. A little unlikely after a loss, but okay.
But maybe it can fire them up. Maybe this can fire them up, to do a blowout. It's not what I want. I want 49ers having 49.
Well, yeah.
With the if we came out like we did at week 1, I would have the 49ers at 44, and I would have the Minnesota Vikings at 10.
but that's not. I'm thinking that they might be a little chooking up from that game. You're talking about injuries with Christian McCaffrey, Debo, setting them. Do you really want that? Because if we do that, that's the possibility of the score I just gave on the first.
Bill,
You got to think about
I just want to let you know, though, that 26 points you're talking about, I think that would be a high for the Vikings this year. Now, the likelihood of them scoring the most points against the 49ers out of all the teams they've played, including the Panthers, that's a little much, Bill.
But there was a little much to lose against the Browns. I expected a beatdown.
Well, yeah. And also remember, Minnesota, there is no wind to knock Jake Moody's kicks out of the way. I'm sure Jake Moody's out there this week to prove to everybody, look, I had a day, okay?
Do with his psychology, Ronbo.
Okay, but 1 out of 5 games, I 1 out of 6 games, I don't know, Bill, if we should think he's just going to be psychologically scarred by this. Okay, we'll see after this week. If he does it this week, okay, I'll start to entertain these thoughts. But right now, I think he just had a day. And I think that win shook him up.
I kind of hope you're right, Ronbo. I want you to be right. I want you to be right. I hope I'm wrong. I don't mind being wrong. I want to be wrong. But at the end of the day, what I've seen, we got to do better.
Yeah. You know, Robbie missed a kick last year too, 41-yarder. It's going to happen on occasion. I didn't expect it to happen twice. But
Moody missed 2 field goals against Cleveland.
I know. That's why I know he's going to be hunting for bear this week. Look for Moody to drive that thing right down the middle this week and walk off the field saying, "How do you like me now?" You know, I said, if Moody does that, I'd love it.
I will love that. I will celebrate with him on that. Come on, but we got to do better. The end game is the Super Bowl championship. That's what I'm looking at.
He'll be all right by then.
The end game.
He'll be right. Confidence is building with him. It built him up like crazy going that week. Remember now, keep in mind, he's had 5 successful weeks until this particular one. Hadn't missed a field goal, hadn't missed an extra point. I think he'll be fine. If I had to bet.
Maybe this might encourage him because I remember he missed almost every single point field goal in preseason. Yeah, and this might spark him up to like, okay, you know, this is where, you know, it's going to define who you are. Or, you know, do we need to hunt for another one? Or are you actually going to be the guy we drafted? Are you going to live up to what we drafted? Because I got in mind that Dallas had a rookie kicker, and he didn't miss a single field goal against those Chargers. And I'm like, what? Why couldn't we have a guy like that?
Give him another chance. Next week, if he does that, Bill, we'll get into that. But right now, we're going to go. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to see you Tuesday night SmackDown. And Bill, I can't wait to see you. I'm going to say, Bill, I know you were looking for Jake to miss. Jake made 3
no, I'm
field
looking
goals
for him
today,
to wake
Bill.
up and make it.
Yeah.
I want him to make it, and I want a W. That's what I want.
All right. Well, you get
So I want him to live up to what he was drafted. That's all I want.
Right.
And I want a Ronbo shout-out, and I hope we get a W, and I hope it's a 44-10 win.
Bill, I want you to stay calm.
Question, do they got it in them?
They do.
Do they got it in them to get the W later?
Night, Bill. You got to have a stinker. You know, look at Dallas and Arizona. Look at the Chargers. And I'm still wondering if Herbert is really – I've been watching Herbert and everybody talk about how great he is. But you know what? Is it the coach or is it Herbert? Anyway, that's another problem for them, though. Hey, Michael.
Hey, Ron, how's your night going, buddy?
Hey, it's going all right. You know, we're getting ready to get this wronged.
Yeah, I know. You know, we took the loss last week, but I'm getting ready for Monday night, prime time Monday night. Like I said, I'm used to it. It's going to be George Kittle. You watch it. Remember, he had 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Oh, he loves Monday night. It's like Monday Night Raw for him, like wrestling. Yep.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
So
I think we're going to beat him pretty good because the only why I'm saying that is Jefferson's out, the receiver for the Vikings, so that helps us out too.
Yep.
He was the dangerous of them all. Mm-hmm.
And who's their running back in Minnesota?
Oh, Cook is gone. So they got Akers, the ex-Rams.
Akers is
Yep,
not a
they
bad
got
running
him,
back,
and
don't
they
get me
got
wrong.
Williams is out too for the I think no, never mind. I think it's the Rams. Yeah, Akers, the Vikings running back. Yeah, the Vikings. I don't know anybody else. Just Akers.
I see. If you don't have Jefferson, I don't know why you'd be winning.
Now, one thing I'm worried about is their tight end. Their tight end is that's what you got to worry about.
Yeah, what's his
if
name?
He's playing. Their tight Hutcherson.
Yeah,
was it Hutcherson?
Aiden. You know what though? He is playing. Yeah.
So he could be dangerous too.
No, really dangerous. It's true. But I got Fred Warner. Now, if Aiden gets too busy, I'll be surprised. I think Greenlaw comes back as well. So I think Aiden won't be a serious issue.
Yeah. I like how the guy says, the 49ers are going to miss all field goals. No, I don't believe that. I think he'll be fine. Indoor stadium, he'll be fine.
He likes
he feels negative. I don't like guys like that. Guys like that is negative to my own Michigan kickers now. I believe in our kicker. I don't care what everybody else has to say. I'll still stay by his side. I don't care.
He'll be fine.
It's a Michigan alumni, so I mean.
I really think the wind swiped
You look
kids.
at, all right. If you look at Gold's career, his first year, how many field goals did he miss? You don't see us sitting there,
Robbie missed one last year, 41 yards.
Yeah.
It happens.
And the Cowboys kicker's due for a miss. Trust me, he's due for a miss show.
I don't know. They may have threatened him.
The Cowboys
they might have threatened him and his family. You know what? Because last year he really blew it. I mean, he really blew it.
Yeah.
Is that the same guy?
No, it's a rookie. The kicker for the Cowboys.
They did get rid of that guy last year. That guy was.
I think the kicker for the Cowboys. I don't know if he's from Notre Dame or from Auburn. I'm trying to remember.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I know my daughter and my girlfriend's watching the game Sunday. Because they're both Eagle fans. I said, all right, let's play a bet game. Let's see how long all of us stays. Who gets the best record. Yeah. And they're Eagle fans. I'm a Niner fan. Yeah, it's weird how they're Eagles fans and I'm a Niner fan, the only one.
It's always rough having someone close to you rooting for the other team, because then.
My girlfriend, my daughter are both Eagle fans.
Oh, they won't leave you.
Oh yeah, my daughter's sitting there sending me Eagle pictures and all that. Oh, Daddy, why don't you come and be on our side? Hell no, I've been a Niner fan for 46 years. You think I'm gonna leave? Bang bang Niner gang? Hell no.
In fact.
I got blood in 40.
You should tell your daughter, listen, why don't you come over and join Dad? I'm really a little disappointed in you as well.
Yeah. If I told her, know what? When we play you guys, I'm going to be sitting there getting all pumped up with my Niner gang. Oh, yeah. That's going to be. But like I said, I'm not, with CMC, I think Mason's going to have his game this week. I just smell Mason and maybe,
The kid can play.
What he did to the Browns, scored a touchdown.
Yeah. He can play.
Mason too. I would take Mason over Mitchell. I think I let Mason play.
I'll platoon him. Whichever one gets hot gets to stay in the game. But
maybe Mason in the red zone. Maybe put Mason in the red zone because he's dangerous in the red zone. Mason.
He'll take it down the field for you too. Remember, he can break them.
Yeah, he's good. Yeah. I might say, he might be. Yeah, I would take him. Yeah.
Because Mitchell's.
And I think Kirk Cousins. And I know Kirk Cousins wants to try to get back at our coach. Like, okay, you were used to be my team, coach. All right, you watch. But I don't think he's going to be that good. He's getting old. Cousins getting old.
Yeah, I think he still likes Kyle.
Yeah, he still likes him. But I'm afraid I'm going to tell you this. I think Kirk Cousins is going to end up getting traded.
Nobody's going to pay him the kind of money he's talking about next year.
No, they're not. But if there's a team, but who needs a quarterback? Yeah, but who needs a quarterback? The Colts, because they lost their rookie quarterback for the year.
Ooh, no. Oh, hey, but he'll be back next year.
And maybe the Patriots. Yeah, but the Patriots are not happy with their quarterback.
Hey, Michael,
there was rumors about the quarterback. There was rumors about the Arizona quarterback going to the Patriots. The one that's Murray, the one that's supposed to come back. There was rumors about him getting traded.
If I was a GM in Arizona, every day I'd be making phone calls. Hey, listen, I'm just calling to check and see, are you in the market for a quarterback? Dude, are you going to give me Kyler Murray?
I think he'll go. I think he's going to go. Dobbs going to stay. Dobbs is doing okay.
He's doing better than Kyler. And then draft another quarterback in the draft if you have to.
He's doing better than Prescott. He's doing better than Prescott. The Cowboys are going to lose this Sunday. Eagles are going to lose this Sunday.
Wait.
Wait,
Michael. Who do the Cowboys play this weekend?
Oh, that's Texas boy. That's his buddy. I don't know who they playing this weekend. I'm trying to remember.
You see, because the Eagles are playing the Dolphins. Yeah, they play
Yeah.
this week, I think. The Eagles are playing the Dolphins. That is going to be an Eagle beatdown.
You know what's funny? The two quarterbacks, the Eagles and the Dolphins quarterback. Imagine the Dolphins quarterback was the starter behind Hurts. Hurts was, remember, Alabama. They both played for Alabama same year. They both played again. Yep. They played with each other. And you know what's funny? Hurts got sitting out because Hurts got taken out. And then the Miami Dolphins quarterback took over for Alabama. Yep.
I know.
If you look back on it, national championship.
What do you got for a score?
I say this is going to be the blessed 49ers. I say 43. Give them a 10. Give them a 10 to Vikings.
Yeah,
they're not going to score that much.
They're not going to be scoring a lot of points.
They're going to 10. They're going to lucky. No, they're not going to score. They don't know the weapons. Except maybe the tight end. That's it.
And Cousins is going to go airborne a lot. I see a couple of picks coming.
Oh, airborne for interceptions. Right, yeah, we're going to have interceptions coming our way. Yep. And Bosa's going to tackle. You watch.
Yeah.
Bosa.
Bosa's out giving scouting reports on Cousins anyway.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Bosa and Hargrave. Yep.
All right, Michael. I'll see you Tuesday on SmackDown.
All right, you too, buddy. Have a good week. Yeah, and I'll see you on Monday night. You too. Good night, 49er.
Good night. Hey, Bethel. I keep saying,
hey, what's up, Ronbo?
Back to back with that SmackDown. Hey, Bethel. Come on in, man, because,
hey,
since we got beat, we're in the back of your mind, you're thinking, are we going to be okay? But mainly because we lost a couple of key people. When you talk about losing Trent Williams and you talk about losing McCaffrey possibly and Debo, now it starts to sneak into your mind. Is there a possibility that we may lose this game?
Nah, we won't lose.
I love the
call.
We're the 49ers. Hell no.
Yeah, and plus, look at you mentioned some of the stuff that happened, but look at all that. Look at everything that had to happen for us to lose that game.
Good point.
And we still lost by 2 points.
In the last seconds.
And against the best defense in the NFL.
And by far.
Yeah. At least we didn't lose.
Boy.
Like Miami, 50-20. At least we didn't lose like the Cowgirls, 42 I don't even remember how much they scored, but they got beaten. There's a lot of other teams that got beaten a lot worse, and we only lost by 2 points.
I think that's going to be the case most of the time. Nobody's just going to run romp shot over the 49ers. We might lose, but it's going to be decided in the fourth quarter.
And then plus, we're playing in a closed dorm.
Oh, Jake Moody's going to love it.
No rain, no nothing. Yeah. The only thing that I learned about him is that I think it was 50 or 60% when he's not at home. He makes more field goals at home than away. So I don't know if that's going to linger.
Why did you have to go find this stat? Now you've got me concerned. We played a couple of away games.
Learn from it.
We played against Pittsburgh.
That's probably something to learn. So you never know. Especially, this is going to be a good test for him because, it's going to be like a home game because I think I've seen the tickets that it's going to be, 60% or more Niner fans than
I'm not even surprised. Everywhere we go now, we turn that place to red. Like fine wine, just blood red.
Yeah.
All across the stands. And Rudy, you know about that. Yes.
Yeah, he knows good about that.
Hey, Bethel, was that you who told me they're out in the parking lot selling 49ers paraphernalia?
Yeah, yes, I was. That's because they make more money doing that than them selling Rams stuff.
That's the ultimate insult. I love it. But yeah, it'll be like a home game. Pretty much, we got a lot of fans. The travel fans are great. And the ones that are hometown people, man, they come out wearing the red and gold. I love it. Yeah.
Yeah, and shout out to Chapman because I think he does a Gold Rush where he goes to places like that.
Yeah.
They have a lot of 49er fans and meet up and stuff like that. That's actually pretty cool that he does something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I think sometimes he even has players there too. So
And they should.
that's actually something
Especially
cool.
if he's out there doing that, yeah. He should definitely be on over there, hustle, say hi, hey, hello. So.
Yeah, so that's I don't even I go and plus if we do ever play them again, it's gonna be a different ball game.
The Browns?
It's not gonna be the same. Yeah. And
as long as we're not playing in Cleveland.
you know that
we haven't beaten
Cleveland that guy
in a long time. A long
and then plus
time.
their DC, he's 9-1 against Kyle now. So he lost 9 times and Kyle only beat him once.
Yeah, Evan told us about that before the game. I just didn't take it. I said, well, that was before Kyle had this team.
Yeah.
They're physical. Bethel, the Browns are extremely physical. They're every bit as physical as the 49ers. See, that's the thing. That's the first time we got punched in the mouth. Normally, we're punching other teams in the mouth. They're going to punch Minnesota in the mouth immediately. So, we got hit in the face hard this time. So, whoa! Go!
Yeah, but I think some of our players probably took them kind of lightly, and they should have not.
That's possible.
Because that's what I was hearing, and even Kyle admitted it. And you know Kyle, he usually doesn't miss stuff like that.
Well, shame on them
And,
if they did, because I thought you got to remain professional. You're going into a game; those are professional ball players.
He basically trusts the team to
bring that
because they're veterans and everything, to keep everything basically up to date, and he doesn't have to be on them. And I guess he was kind of wrong.
Yeah, he's not Pete Carroll yelling and screaming and rah-rah the whole time. And they are seasoned veterans. Beth, look at our team. We've got perfect blend. We got a few youngsters, but most of those guys have some time under the belt. They've seen and done everything.
Yeah.
There's no reason for them to come out there with the wrong mindset. So if that was the case, shame on them, and they deserve what they got. We did, as fans, to watch them do that.
Yeah. Yeah, because everything that I was hearing, that's how it sounded like. And, with the mindset, they'll learn from this. And,
no, I don't want
make them better.
Learned already.
Yeah.
Bella, what do you got for a score in this game?
I'll just put a W, and I think we will score over 30. We'll go back.
We got to go back to our average.
30.
We need 40 to get back to average.
Yeah, and
because we didn't score that many points last week. We got to be below our 30-point average.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I think another thing is that Brock Purdy doesn't have big hands either.
Don't start with the hands. That was such a joke a few years ago.
That's why the
rainy
ball
weather
was slipping.
Yeah.
Yeah, rainy weather.
And we saw that ball slip right out of his hands.
Yeah.
It was wet.
Yes.
Bethel,
yes,
you said 30-something, right, for the 49ers?
Yeah, and I said the W. So.
Oh, 30 plus and a W for the 49ers. All right. Well, Bethel, we got to go.
Yeah.
And I'll see you both after the game Monday and,
all right.
and Victory Tuesday. Might as well. Yeah, that's what we could do with
Victory
right.
Tuesday.
Victory Tuesday.
Punch the like and let's go Niners. Come on.
It's Bethel. Appreciate you, fam. Talk to you later.
All right, well, good.
And Nicola D'Antonio said, who's got it better than us? No damn butter. Brian, I hope we use Bell, Ray, Mason Moore, please. Yeah, and Ray's I thought Ray did a good job. There was a couple times I think Ray was on cue. He didn't know exactly what he was supposed to be doing. He was like ad-libbing. But even in that, he did well. So I ain't mad at Ray. I throw that in today's time.
We say, hey, 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 hey. We say we woke up this morning and we got out of bed, had a big old cup of coffee to fill our head. We gonna win Monday night as a fact. Everybody tripping, saying, what's up with that? Woo! Ooh, wee. What's up with that? What's up with that? Ooh, wee. What's up with that? What's up with that? Moody gonna do good. He gonna make field goal.
What's up with that? What's up with that?
He gonna be all right. It's gonna be in the middle. What's up with that? We say, what's up with that? We say, Ronbo. Everybody out there, what's up with that? I say, don't even trip on Jake Moody this weekend. He gonna be in the bad mood for last week, and he gonna make all this damn kids. Yeah. What's up, Facebook?
What's up, Facebook?
Hey, I tell you what, you're right. Jake Moody may have more personality than we even know about. And anybody thinks Jake Moody's sitting back, feeling sorry for himself or whipping out, I got a feeling Jake Moody's going to come back and knock the goalpost down. So I ain't worried about him.
Yeah, he's going to be all right, Ronbo. He's going to be all right. But you know what? If we got to rest anybody, you know what I'm saying? I would say go ahead and let CMC rest and go ahead and let Debo rest. But we're going to need the Silverback if he can hang on in for this game and the next one. You know what I'm saying? Since we got that bye up. Because if you think about it, faithful, the only reason why they've been winning the games they've been winning is because there's a blitz package. They're one of the, besides us, they're maybe one of the middle, in the middle of not one of the top teams that blitzes a lot. They're not many successful as us, but they're going to try to do their thing, and they're going to try to blitz around. They're going to try to get around our boy, the Silverback. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. As long as he do his thing, if he's ready and he knows his body, let's go ahead and trust that, faithful. Yeah. But as far as CMC goes, we got enough quorum that behind him. Let's go ahead with Jordan Mason. Let's go ahead with Mr. Ty Davis-Price. And let's give Mitchell a little shot. Collectively, they should be all right to equally at least do 3/4 of what he does, you know what I'm saying? One pass, one heavy run, and one speedster, you know what I'm saying? If they act right, you know?
Let Mason show what he can do well.
Yeah, and we already seen Mason. Mason is really capable. I don't know that Kyle has given him enough reps to begin with, right? So now if you got him in a position where you can give him a lot of reps, if you have to put CMC out there, put him out on a few screens, let him stand over there for a check down for another reason. It just frightens the Vikings. Because, if CMC's on the field and I'm the DC, I'm telling everybody, watch the hey, nobody takes their eyes off of Christian McCaffrey. And now everybody else can operate.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right. Brandon Ayuk, he's not afraid of a big game, you know what I'm saying? Just like week one, you know what I'm saying?
He made me mad last week, so he owes us this week.
Yeah. Yeah, he's due for a breakout week this week, like everybody said in this chat, you know what I'm saying? And everybody said that's been calling. We're playing in the dome, you understand? So there's no wind, there's no rain or snow factor, there's not even a chill factor that could take place, you know what I'm saying? So let Brock Purdy grip the ball and let him hit the weapons, and especially our man George Kittle, because why? Because he always shows up in the big games Monday nights. He's Mr. Monday Nights. We all know that, okay? But secondly, and more importantly, everybody, happy National Tight Ends Weekend, y'all.
All
it's
right,
about
all
to
right.
go down.
Yes. Get that picture of George Kittle in your mind. Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
So, that's another reason why. When's the last time George Kittle had a bad tight ends weekend game? Oh, and I think Kyle's playing along with it too. Kyle's going to set some things up for George this week because sometimes it's not always in the plan. So, because George has to hang back and protect a lot.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. They had a game against, Minnesota had a game against Chi-Town last week, but we know the story about Chicago, you know what I'm saying, and everything. So, we're going to do what we have to do. Let's go out there and, be mad about last week, but stay focused on who we playing. You know what I'm saying? That's the mission. saying? You know, play mistake-free football. You know, let's get these young receivers. Like many callers said, I've been listening to all y'all. Bless all y'all. You feel me? Many callers back. Somebody said something about our man Ronnie Bell and Ray McLeod.
Yes.
Hey, Ray.
Let's get that other young man out there. Let's get the speedster out there. You know what I'm saying? That should be good. That should be good for Debo. You understand me? Yes.
That's what I'm saying. Debo can sit down. McCaffrey can too. Because now I could just use some of these other guys. You got Ronnie B. You got Jawan, who only gets a pass every now and then now, and also.
Oh hell yeah.
And BA's got to be showing out this week. He better show up and show out, because last week some of that couple of those he missed. I said, BA, what are you doing? We depend on you to make these catches. Yeah, he owes us this week.
Yes, indeed. Yes. The defense, I think is going to be all right, Ronbo and Faithful. I think the defense is going to shine. You know, I think our man Steve Wilkes, you know what I'm saying, he's going to make up some good packages to match their blitzing. If you want to blitz this way, we're going to put some stunts in. You want to do it this way, we're going to put blitz at this time. It's about checkers, not chess, ladies and gentlemen. And I think we got the tools and the mindset to go ahead and get in and get this good win.
Get in there.
Easy thing, too, because the fact is the defense is probably mad as can be. They probably feel like they lost the game. Fred and company always feels that way. So, and you know, I think we're going to start. I think we're going to start. What's the guy we just picked up from Randy Gregory. I was going to say, you know, the guy with the two first names. Randy Gregory. I bet he starts this week. If not, he's going to play the majority of the game.
It's about to go down. You know, he got his first sack as a Niner last week. Congratulations to that young man. And it shows prove that he still got what it takes to get to the quarterback, baby.
Hey, he takes care of the end. He takes care of that end too. You can't run on him. So yeah, I like what I saw. So he should be fine.
That's right. And he's used to playing. And the good thing about ladies and gentlemen, the good thing about Gregory is that he's used to playing on that type of turf. You know what I'm saying? Because he played at Dallas for so many years before he went to Denver. You dig? So he knows about that traction. And he's going to school everybody else. Hey, look here, you push off this way, not this way. Protect your ankles and your knees, player. And when you get ready to engage, then you speed up. Then you got him. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
he's gonna give him less.
Just like the silverback is talking to the old line, you know, somebody that's mature that came in. Nick Bosa don't really need no, you know what I'm saying? He don't need no advice or nothing, but it's always good to get a tip from old school.
There you go. and he should be getting up to speed soon. Donut and T, I need a score. What do you guys think? What are you two thinking?
Hey, we're going to call this one 38-14.
38-14.
38-14, you both agree?
Yeah.
All right. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. Back to them 30s. All right. You just have a great night. I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to see you Monday night after the game. Victory Tuesday. We got to come up with a name for Tuesday. It's Victory, though. All right.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, push that like, hit subscribe, you know what I'm saying? Faithful, we love you. You know what I'm saying? Hey, productions, keep doing your thing. Ronbo, man, you are ahead of the class of all platforms. We love you. You understand me? And if you're eating something with that nice hot sauce or barbecue sauce, whatever you're doing with that nice gravy, wash that dish, ladies and gentlemen.
Wash that dish. Come on and wash that dish. Yes.
Yeah.
DT.
Yeah.
Y'all have a great night. I can't wait to see you Monday. We're going to win this.
Yes, indeed.
Y'all.
Go Niners.
Bang, bang, Niner game.
Yes.
Good night.
Good night, y'all. Night. D and T. And Jalen.
Hello? Rombo, you can hear me?
Jalen, I can hear you loud and clear. Come on in, man. And because Gene D's here tonight, too. Let him have
Cardinals,
it.
y'all are relevant. Rams, y'all some bombs. Seahawks haven't won a ring in 10 years and counting. Damn it, I know that can be fun. What's up, Ronbo?
And Gene, remember when y'all was walking around talking, hey, when's the last time you guys won a ring? See, Gene D, 10 years untapped. Rudy's going to be joining you soon. Jalen.
Yeah, Ronbo. And I said this. He's not winning. You can't replace Black Panther with Luke Cage. Bro, Geno Smith is not about to win a ring, dog. You could go ahead and you could add another 3 years to that 10. That's 13. Like, they're not, Ronbo. Pete Carroll Pete Carroll is a gum packet away from going senile. He's old, so he's not gonna be a like dog. Ronbo, that team ain't going nowhere in the next 5 years. I can tell you that right now.
You know,
they ain't. At least Sean McVay's young. I can get that to him. At least he's young. But damn it, Pete. Nah, man.
Yeah, no. So, Gene, just get ready, man. Your days of doom are going to extend beyond your imagination.
Yeah, and then Ronbo, I hope Kyler Murray gets traded. And
get him out of NFC West.
I mean, yeah, Ronbo. As much as we clown the Cardinals, that little motherfucker gives us problems when we play them. I ain't gonna lie. And he gives us problems. Yeah, he he's so good at sliding, Ronbo. And he'll turn a 20-yard sack into an extra 15-yard because we hit him as soon as he slides. I was like, oh,
go from 0 to 60 faster than any
Ronbo.
I don't like that.
I went, if he leaves, I ain't complaining. I promise you, I ain't. But I'm glad that certain people I thought some people were just gonna gloss over that play calling with 45 seconds left, a first set of timeouts at the 26 and a time. Ronbo, I just don't know why Kyle didn't attempt another offensive play at the 26-yard line with 45 seconds, a first set of downs and a timeout.
Many of us agree with that. Why did you?
Don't know about Ronbo. And then y'all coming in here saying, oh, what if we would have fumbled? First of all, I can't even talk to those people, Ronbo. Why do you think so? Now all of a sudden our offense is fumble prone. All year y'all been talking shit saying that we this best offense, but now all of a sudden we get locked down for one quarter. Now all of a sudden when the game is on the line and we got to make a crucial decision to kick the field goal or get more yards, now all of a sudden we want to get conservative. That's bullshit, Ronbo. We ain't been conservative all year long, but as soon as we start getting when it get tight, now the 49ers feel, oh, Ronbo, somebody could have fumbled, Ronbo. We could have threw a pick. Now we fearful. Fearful. Like, that's bullshit, man. And I hate being a part of a fan base with people like that. Like, y'all be real tough and mighty when we are on top, but when we get exposed or when it gets tough, now y'all want to get conservative. Y'all want to get quiet. That's stupid.
Especially when you're 5-0.
Ronbo.
Run the gamble.
Ronbo, 40. I get 20 seconds. I get 20 seconds, no timeout. You got a fresh set of downs, Ronbo, 45 seconds, and a timeout at the 26. You could have ran at least 2 plays.
Didn't their coach call a timeout? He did that on purpose.
Yeah, he did.
Because it knows it shakes Jalen. I mean, it shakes Moody up.
He called a timeout. Ronbo, George Kittle had 3 targets in Dallas? 3 targets, 3 touchdowns. You can't scheme him not one play in the red zone, but you supposed to be the boy wonder. You ain't no damn boy wonder. I don't know. He Green Arrow sidekick. He's speedy. That's a damn shit. Kyle, you can't do that. Like, Ronbo, that shows you that he had some kind of fear in his offense that they couldn't get it done.
Well, he's worried about everything. Jalen, who's the boldest coach that you think is
Andy Reid would have went for it. Andy Reid would have went for it.
Yeah, Andy.
I think Lamar would have got a chance. Lamar would have got a chance. Josh would have got a chance. Joe Burrow would have got a chance. Trevor Lawrence would have got a chance.
Trevor
I think
Lawrence
even Jalen Hurts would have got a chance.
That guy too. He's not afraid to do
things. Ronbo, they would have. Because, Ronbo, you got to take into account momentum. Momentum is a thing. Like, you saw they just got a penalty for holding. So they're not going to be playing tight because they don't want to get any more flags. And as soon as they started playing tight, what happened? We started getting those 10-yard out routes. That's how we got down the field so fast.
Damn right.
But
and also,
Kyle,
when those kind of situations, the defense is afraid too. They get nervous. When they think you can do something strange or crazy, they're not going to be prepared for it. They're not going to be ready for it. That is the time to strike. That's
when you get that's Ronbo, when everybody's heart starts pounding, your palms get sweaty, and everybody's eyes get big. These are when the greats show up, Ronbo. These are when the greats show up. This is when Tom Brady shows up and says, "Hey, I get all y'all tired. I got this." This is what we wanted to see if Brock Purdy could do. And Kyle Shanahan, he got it done. He got down there, but you took the ball out of his hand. I think Brock Purdy could have got a touchdown, Ronbo. I really do. with 45 seconds and a timeout
and George
in
Kittle on
a
the field and
scared
Jawan
defense?
Jennings?
Yes,
Yes.
Ronbo. Absolutely. Absolutely. With 45 seconds, you could have got a pass into the end zone, a pass interference, and now we at the 15 or at the 10.
And Jake ain't missing from that close.
Yeah, you're not missing from that close. But Kyle, you can't coach like that. And we got fans that's coming in here saying, what if we would have fumbled? Bro, I need that same energy when we up 30 points next time. I need that same energy, bro, because y'all are stayed. Like, I don't get that. Now all of a sudden we conservative. Now all of a sudden our offense is prone to turnovers, Ronbo. We got 2 turnovers total this season.
And now we're 5-1. Jalen, I need your score. What are you thinking?
Man, Vikings. I'm gonna be honest with you, Ronbo. I'm gonna give it a 17 to 30. I think they'll probably get 2 touchdowns and a field goal, but I think we're gonna get back to normal. But I'll give them 17 because they at home, Ronbo. They at home. I'll give them 17.
30 to 17. I got you down, Jalen. Hope you're right on this. I like 30. And I'm tell you what, because our defense will be giving up 30 points. So I'll tell you what, I'm gonna see you Monday after the game, fam. Go ahead.
Man, we still the kings of the West. Colin need a 2-year rest. And Jeannie and Rudy can keep coming here crying because the San Francisco 49ers, they gonna be the best. Let's not forget, y'all.
10.
Let's not forget, wet behind the ear, breath smelling like Similac. First game of his career. Nick Mullins beat the Raiders on national television. Prime time. No. Hold on, chat. This wasn't some game that you could catch if you stayed in California. Everybody in the world saw it. Medusa, Stevie Wonder, The Color Blue, Zangief, Ryu, and Ken, the whole Street Fighter crew, Scorpion. He saw it. Zeus. They watched it on Mount Olympus. Harry Potter. King Arthur, he saw it back in, what's Camelot? It was everywhere, Ronbo.
Jalen, I love the way you make sure to come up with new stuff on how many guys see that game. Every game. Hey, man, I'm going to see you Monday night. Looking for you. There he goes. And by the way, I forgot all about Jamal Adams. Chris Hansen, Jamal Adams is still playing football? Hey, Serge.
What's going on, Ronbo?
Serge, man, we're looking forward to Monday night. You know how we do very well on Monday nights. It's really hard to beat the 49ers on Monday nights. I suspect that will continue. Serge, give me some reasons why you think the score is going to be whatever you think it's going to be.
Oh, man. I have faith that we're going to come back strong for sure. I didn't get to call back from the Browns game, but I did say that there was nothing to worry about with the Browns because I wasn't really following up with them this season. But watching that game, I didn't expect them to be this good, especially their defense.
That defense,
their defense is really good.
Yeah, they give you a hard time.
Yeah, I did underestimate them. I'm not gonna lie, but
I did too. I mean, I thought they'd be tough on defense, but I didn't lose.
We did not lose. We did not lose because of the Browns. That's what I could say. There's no way we lost against them.
Actually, that's true. There's no 2 ways about it. We had a couple of mistakes that were just critical. Both of those are field goals. But there were some other things going wrong out there the 49ers didn't do well. I mean, I'm still mad at Brandon Ayuk, who's making great catches all year. And for some reason this day, oops. Brandon.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna say excuses. You know, there was a lot of mistakes. You know, those we were playing against the refs. We were playing against the Browns. Like we dropped some balls. Like there's nothing to say about that game, but we just missed the field goal. We missed an opportunity, and that was it. Like
we didn't have to be proud of that win, but we still would have won.
Yeah, I'm very proud of Brock what he did because he brought us back under 2 minutes, brought us back to field goal range. So that tells me that we could trust in Brock. Even though with Moody missing 2 field goals that game, yeah, he's young. He's a rookie. He's first time under pressure
he's a kicker
to win the game. But
pressure.
Yeah, but We just missed the field goal. That was it. You know, the weather was bad. You know, he was in the pressure. If we were not gonna run a last play, at least he could have called that timeout to, you know, have the pressure less than what it was, and just, you know, hey, I need you to just concentrate, just win this game, and let's go home. But he didn't even use that last timeout, which I don't understand. I really don't. But you know, it's a team thing. You know, we're not gonna blame Kyle for the last seconds or the timeout or running the play. Like, we're not gonna blame anybody. You know, it just wasn't our game. And I know that from now on we're gonna be focused and we're gonna be stronger than ever. And our next victim is the Vikings, and we're gonna take it out on them.
Absolutely. And in grand fashion, because the 49ers, like last year when they lose, they do come out like wounded animals. I kind of, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, and I also saw that Greenlaw is back to practice.
Yeah.
I saw CMC was back. He wasn't really doing any routes. He was just catching the ball.
Yeah, he just wants to play. That's how he is. But the coaches have to make a decision on whether he should be playing or not. Because if George Kittle and CMC, they'd be out there on crutches if you let them. They don't understand what it means to sit down when you're hurt. They just keep going. So.
Yeah, and there was an interview with Debo. He was smiling, you know,
Kay Adams
answering questions, you know, with his son, and he seemed fine, but at the same time, I think that he's gonna rest this game. I think that would be the smart thing to do. Yeah, because don't we have a bye after this? Or
no, we got to play the Bengals. That's why I want him to rest. I want them all to rest up this week.
Oh yeah,
and hopefully they can heal up. The Bengals are coming back into shape. Burrow's that leg is not hurting him. It wasn't hurting him last week, and he looked pretty good.
Yeah, but I think CMC is going to play. Because if he tells Kyle that he's ready, Kyle's going to be like, okay. You know, he's not going to hesitate.
Yeah, but the trainers they'll have to oversee that, because CMC goes out there and further damages that oblique area. He's going to be out for weeks. I don't want him playing myself. You know?
Yeah, I know. I just feel Kyle doesn't have trust in any of our other running backs. You know, that's why he has Debo to run the ball.
Jordan Mason, though. Well, Debo's so well established at what he does. I mean, you're going to run your game changers. So that's Debo, and that's also Christian McCaffrey. So you got to let them play. That's why the other guys are going to have to take a back seat. But you know what? If Jordan Mason has a bang-bang game, it's going to be very interesting to see how Kyle treats that situation between now and the end of the season. There's no point in trying to kill McCaffrey. Let Jordan Mason take a little bit of that load.
And and everything that I've been seeing with this whole drama, like other players from other teams talking about our players, and it's like, what's going on? Like I got I don't know who it was, but some player from the Detroit was talking about Debo, and then we have the Cowboys talking about us. Like,
boy,
I feel, I feel like we have a bounty. Like everybody's after us for some reason, you know.
But nobody's talking to CJ. I mean, he's sitting. Yeah, you supposed to be pretty bad when you got Trent Williams out there backing you up. CJ, it's none of your damn business. What are you talking about? Why just go after Debo? I don't understand. What is your problem? See, I can guard you. You can't run no routes. What is this, dude? My God!
Oh, no! Okay, I just feel these guys are hating on us because we're so stacked, you know, and we're doing so well. And people are just
make sure you get Smitty score. Smitty, we got you 42-10 for Smitty, because Smitty's trying to get. I'm telling you right now.
And everybody's saying these big old numbers, huh?
Yeah, you know, I know 42, right? That's a lot. We got Harold said the same thing. You know, they could go buck wild this week, because the 49ers know they should have won last week. They should be working for 7-0 this week. That's all right. We'll get it. What do you got? What is your score, Serge?
I'm not gonna say it's gonna be a blowout, but I think we're gonna score 32 points. I think they're gonna score 23.
Right.
So 32-23.
Right. Because I just want.
Yeah, because I don't know if Debo's coming back or CMC's coming back. Okay, so I don't think it's gonna.
Serge, I just want you to keep one thing in mind: the Vikings have scored over 20 points. They scored 20 or more 2 times. They won 24-20. Oh, no. Yeah, they lost 28-24 but the Chargers. Everybody's beating the Chargers. Chargers are a strange team, and I think somebody's overrated. They beat the Panthers 21-13. They lost to the Chiefs 27-20. Jefferson was playing in a few of those earlier games too, and they escaped the Bears last week 19-13. I don't think they have a lot of firepower, and if they have those kind of problems with these other teams, they're gonna have a whole lot of trouble with the 49ers. But anyway, fam, let me see you game day and after Tuesday, Victory Tuesday. All right.
Okay, for sure. I just want to say one last thing. If CMC and Debo don't come back, expect us to throw the ball.
And George Kittle will be waiting. All right, fam.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Bye, sir.
All right, you too.
Hey, yo, Levi. Levi, that sound is something. That's you trying to talk. What could that distortion be about? Levi, your connection is something's wrong.
Well,
oh, that's better. Levi,
what's up, Ronbo?
Levi, you man. We're going over what we think is going to happen on Monday night.
It's fairly.
You believe it's
very
easy?
confident what's going to happen on Monday.
All right. What?
I mean, the Vikings aren't even as good as they were last year.
Mm-hmm. Losing all those close games, winning all those close games, and then they go 10-0, cruising through, somehow being lucky, and all of a sudden the lights went out. That was pretty weird. I said, man, y'all was 10-0. And now you can't beat nobody.
The thing was, they were finding ways to win. And I'm not going to fault them for that because we don't fault when we find ways to win.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, if we do it, then, we just winners, and they do it. And,
but they
failed in the end.
We haven't won 10 games in a row in a long time. The Vikings was scaring me at one point. Damn, they're 10-0. Is it real? And I watched them play. Oh, man, okay. But they had Justin Jefferson out there all year long. Justin Jefferson, the game, he is definitely a difference maker.
Yeah, but we played against Justin Jefferson before, and he didn't really do nothing against us.
Which is weird, isn't it? Who was guarding?
Well, the same thing happened when we played against the Cowboys. I don't know if I think if you play a good defense that schemes them out of the game.
You got a good point there, Levi. CeeDee Lamb didn't get nothing going, and CeeDee's blaming Dak. I enjoyed that so much. like over in Cincinnati.
I don't know what's up with that. I mean, he be passing the ball.
You know? So, but anyway, go ahead with your assessment of what's going to happen here and how you see it shaping out.
Well, even if Debo, Christian McCaffrey, I'm a little concerned about Trent Williams. But
yeah, same here. I don't want him out there aggravating that any further.
But I feel like we can still win it. It might be a little rough, but I mean, Kyle Shanahan knows Kirk Cousins, so he knows what makes him tick. So, and Kirk Cousins is the same old Kirk Cousins.
All right, 5,000 yards at the end of the year, and can't get into. And if he does get in the playoffs, he'll get beat up.
Yeah, he's like the penitential, almost elite quarterback. But he has the reputation. He just can't get it done.
Yeah,
but he's good enough to.
Him and Dak got that same condition.
Yeah, I guess they are somewhat similar. But Dak plays for the Cowboys.
Because they tear up in the regular season, but now when the heat is on, they somehow they're not going to win. They are not going to win.
And isn't also he bad in prime? Kirk Cousins play bad in more primetime games too.
Because he's played more. Kirk Cousins goes all the way back to 2012. So he's got a record of Monday night is just awful. So what? Somebody put the number up a little while ago. But Kirk does not like no prime time.
Yeah, he want that early game. Put him in that early game, and then he might be more of a problem. But it's prime time, so. And if we scheme out Justin Jefferson, who else do they got? They don't have a running. They do have much of a running game. Their defense is just okay.
Wait, they got Cam Akers. By now they should let Cam play. He just
Cam
got over
Akers.
There, right? You didn't know?
Well, what is Cam Akers? The dude, his team didn't even want him.
No, just the opposite. Cam was trying to get out of L.A. for 2 years, and they finally let him go because they got another running back they like better. Huh?
I mean, what was Cam Akers doing, though?
Watching Stafford throw the ball.
What?
That's why Cam Akers said, look, y'all don't need me, okay? Let me go. And they did. So, you know.
Yeah, so I mean, Cam Akers don't worry me at all. I mean, what has he even done against us?
He didn't.
Nothing.
He didn't get the ball. Cam Akers must have.
I'm more concerned about the Rams new running back than I ever was with Cam Akers.
Yeah. I know, because what was I saying? Cam Akers may have 10 or 15 carries the entire time he was with the Rams against the 49ers. They don't let him run the ball. That's why some running backs I feel sorry for. And Cam is one of them.
Well, in any case, that last one was a little bit of a surpriser. Hopes got up, and then the hopes went away.
Wait, who?
I mean, it was an interesting game. It was that Cleveland game was a game of NFL football. You look at the game, say, man, it don't look like we're gonna win. Oh wait, maybe we'll win. Oh man, nah, we ain't gonna win. Get the football things are just against us. And then, oh my God, are we gonna actually win the game?
Mm-hmm. Wasn't it awful?
But it's
get your emotions all up like that.
But I think another thing is I'm concerned about us in bad weather. Like, we don't seem to play that well in rainy weather. You notice that, Ronbo?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Some of the worst beatings
I
we've had.
remember our 2019 year when we played the Redskins in that weather, and we had the score was like 9-0.
Yeah, we won that one. But then at home against the Colts in that unusually bad San Francisco weather, or Santa Clara weather, we got beaten that game bad. And then this last game, and it was Chicago. We lost in Chicago, and then
yeah. So we be struggling against not even that great team in bad weather.
As long as the weather's bad.
So I don't know if Kyle Shanahan is a weakness in Kyle's system in rainy weather. I guess with all that moving around,
you know. Because when they go to extreme weathers in the Midwest and the East Coast, they just can't handle it. But some of those guys are from these areas, which makes me mad. Because come on, man, you grew up in that kind of climate. Come on. You just scored, old fam. Levi, what do you got for a score?
All right, the score is, I'm gonna say the score we'll probably score close to 30, and they will. I say we win by 10 points, at least 10 points, 10 to 15 points. That's my range of victory.
30 plus points for the 49ers, win by 10.
It's time for a bounce back game. Brock Purdy getting doubted. Everybody was like waiting for his bad game. It finally came.
I really, those who do not understand the game of football, Brock Purdy does what he's supposed to do. He's a facilitator. He's a point guard. Get that ball to the right playmakers.
There was some drops too,
right. And there was definitely some drops. Anyway.
Yeah, I saw IU dropping some passes that he usually catch.
Don't get me started on him.
But there was some bad throws too. But
well,
I mean, there's always bad throws in the NFL.
There's no perfect quarterback. Anyway, fam, let me see you game day and day after as well. Looking for you.
All right, Ronbo. I'll probably see you on hopefully Victory Tuesday.
Victory Tuesday, yeah. All right.
Yeah, I'll probably see you on Victory Tuesday.
Looking forward to it. All right, fam.
All right, man. Have a good one.
You too.
You too.
And let's go check out and see what Don's talking about. Hey, Don.
Hey, Ronbo. What's going on?
Hey, Don. We're getting ready to play the Vikings, sort of try to make up for last week's mess up. What do you foresee in this game coming up, Don?
I foresee us coming out and making a statement by trying to destroy these Vikings. Because, oh man, have I been hearing all this whole week. Purdy can't do this. Purdy can't do that. All because he had one bad game. I already knew that was coming the minute he struggled in that game.
I mean, Nick Wright was
like,
waiting.
So this game, I think he's going to come out big. I think he's going to go for 4 or 5 touchdowns, to be honest. I bet he's not happy right now with what that performance he did. So, and Ayuk, like you said, because I know he missed catches that I thought.
Brandon,
I was like,
what happened? You don't miss those ever.
So I'm gonna, Brandon Ayuk's gonna have a big game. I got a good feeling about. And also, George Kittle, he was quiet last week, and now primetime.
Yeah.
George Kittle's gonna have a big game. You know he's gonna want to, since the T.J. Hawkinson is on that other side. So that's gonna be fun to watch right there.
And you know, since we got people out, and I don't think Debo and CMC are going to really play. So that means George needs to be a focal point.
Oh, which he's going to be. It's prime time. He freaking did this with the Cowboys. He scored 3 touchdowns on 3 of their safeties. You mean to tell me he is not going to almost do the same thing against that defense for the Vikings? Oh, my goodness.
We just got to make sure that offensive line can hold. At least, do you know that they said that the backfield, especially Myles Garrett, they were in that backfield last week at 1.9. Oh, they were exploding off that ball and running right through our offensive line. So that's got to be stopped. These guys blitz a lot too, though, Don. So, but I don't think they got anybody as good as Sedarius and Miles. So they got one guy. He's got 8 sacks. So.
The only guy they have is Daniil Hunter, who I think is one of the leaders in the sacks this year. But
he's got 8.
As far as that, they don't have anybody else. And Zadarius Smith was on that team last year, if I remember correctly, alongside Daniil Hunter. And now look what's going on with that.
They put him on the Browns and made them a wrecking machine. That Browns defense, if they get their offense back, oh my God. Nick Chubb, too. They were really fixed to take that division. They really were. Injuries.
But I got a feeling Cleveland's going to make a bid for a playoff spot this year, knowing the way they played against us. Oh my goodness!
They're going to need Deshaun Watson though to help them with that offense, but defensively, they don't need no help there. Oh my God! Yeah, so yeah.
Yeah, for the Vikings, they don't have Justin Jefferson. He's out for 4 weeks, if I remember correctly. So. I mean, they're going to be dependent on mainly who? Osborne, Hawkinson, and I think they had someone else. But other than that, they had Cam Akers too. But I don't even know if he really did anything, to be honest.
No, because he's been there for how many weeks now? 2?
Like 2 weeks, yeah.
So we're having problems with the run to some small degree. You might see more servings of Cam than usual this week, though. Because we're going to get tested.
Oh, yeah.
Until we stop the run, the team's going to run. We gave up a lot of yards last week. The guys aren't even that good. They're okay, but not special.
Yeah. So as far as anything, my prediction for this game, I got a feeling it's going to be 35-10 to me. If any higher, it'll be 42-10.
We're heading to the 40s again. It would be nice to get into the 40. That would raise our average up to 30. I think we might still be there, but barely if we are. Because we did. How many points we scored last week?
17.
That cut it in half. So, we might be just below the average now. That's too many points to lose in 1 week.
Yeah.
Anyway. Don, you want to add anything else?
Nothing much other than the fact that, we should rest our guys. But if anything, if we're somehow at the 1 yard line of the end zone or something, you can at least put Christian McCaffrey to get to get a touchdown at least from that spot.
This would give
only if it.
Yeah, keep his string going. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So other than that, nothing else to add to it. Yeah,
all right,
let some of these young guys step.
Okay.
Yeah.
See you after the game.
Yeah.
All right, fam.
Hope
Have
so.
a great night. Thanks, Don.
You too. Thank you. All right.
And we go over now to check out T-Flow and Allie. Ain't talked to y'all. I just realized I haven't talked to you in a couple of weeks, actually. T-Flow, Allie.
What's up, Ronbo?
Hey, man.
Yeah, right now Allie's asleep right now.
Yeah, we're sitting here trying to figure out what's going to happen Sunday or Monday.
Yeah. Last week was ugly against the Browns. Kyle Shanahan looked like Coach Klein from the Water Boy, who was scared of Schwartz. He had one timeout, and he goes in with 40 seconds left, and he doesn't even try to score. That shows you he was scared, right? He was scared from the get-go when he told his teams, we're not gonna have a good stat game. What head coach tells your team that you're not gonna have a good game because they're a good team? I could have sworn the Niners were supposedly the top dogs of offense and defense, and he's gonna, because he knows he's already scared of Schwartz. And as of Moody needs to step it up this week because Ryan Stats Guerrera put a stat line. In college, Moody was 89% hitting his field goals at home. On the road, he was 67% on the road.
Somebody just mentioned that.
Right now,
I didn't know anything about that. That's very frightening.
So that's pretty frightening right there. And not only that is everybody saying it was bad weather. In my opinion, Ronbo, that wasn't bad weather. We've seen worse. We've seen way bad weather. We've seen worse. And what still to this day, what ticks me off, you know it's going to rain, and Kyle still does not want to do a dunk the ball, get the ball wet. Why? Why does he want to do that? Doesn't he know, like, it's called practice because you're supposed to practice for that element? Like, whenever we go to Seattle, what do the Niners do? They go and put a radio on, right? Over there in practice.
That noise level, be able to function in that noise, yeah.
Yeah, noise. But when it rains, we're gonna practice in dry balls. We're gonna have them not gonna be sleek. It's gonna be sleek, dry, good grip. But you're supposed to be practicing for the elements, and Kyle doesn't do that. That's what kind of ticks me off. But he does do it when it's an elevation game. Hey, let's go to where was it in Denver?
You know what? I never heard of that
practice
place.
For the elevation.
Yeah, I never heard of that place until they talked about where they went. So, but yeah, they went to a place where the elevation was high. I don't know if it made any difference.
Yeah, but when it came to a rain game, he still doesn't want to dunk the balls, get them wet, like mostly every team does.
Or go work out in Seattle for a couple of days. You know.
Yeah, like it just doesn't make any sense. Like till this day, like I think we're like the only team who doesn't really dunk their balls when just preparing for rain games when you're not even can't really prepare for rain games.
You know, you can't just do that all of a sudden. That would be something you have to do all the time because you're not going to be able to throw the ball even if you're practicing with the ball wet. It's not going to work.
Yeah, but you're not going to see Brock Purdy slipping the ball because he ain't used to it. At least now he's going to know how to grip the ball. It's going to be in his brain. It's going to be in his brain, you know, in his range of motion. Like, hey, it's raining. I got to grip the ball different. We all know that, man. And when you don't practice for that, you're gonna look like a rookie out there, you know, dropping balls.
His hands.
And also too,
probably too small.
Nah, his hands are they're not small. Kruger says, his hands are not small. Like they're bigger than most quarterbacks. Like he's above average, above average hands.
Yeah,
what it is think about it, Ronbo. They don't practice wet balls. If you don't practice wet balls, how are you supposed to catch the ball? How are you supposed to throw the ball?
But
you're not.
Do we know that?
It's like a baseball.
Yeah, but where did you get that information?
Yeah, because they always ask Shanahan, and he says, there's no need for him to do it because they even asked Shanahan that.
in the press conferences.
Oh, okay.
In the years past, and like, I think it was like right after the monsoon game. They're like, nah, we don't practice in dipping the balls. And also too, I hate to say it, what's that guy? CJ Gardner-Johnson. He was 100% dead on about Debo. He is not a route runner because stats Ryan Guerrera put it out there too. Debo has a total of 13 touchdowns, and in the red zone, he only has 3 receiving touchdowns. And if you're a route runner in the so-called, you know, you want to make top dollar wide receiver money, your money's in the red zone.
Yeah.
And Debo is wiped out.
But he's already been to the Pro Bowl. You know, a lot of guys.
Pro Bowl as a running back. Exactly
is,
what he said. Pro Bowl as a running back.
But Tiflo, think about this for a second. He doesn't need to run all that. All he needs to do is run across the middle of the field, and the timing needs to be right. And I get the ball to him. After that, the route ain't gonna make no difference. If you're in the way, you're gonna get hurt.
Isn't that what Gardner Johnson said? You're not a wide receiver. All you are is just a slant running back.
I can't wait to see. I want to see that game. Okay, CJ, stop him. You know what?
Yeah.
I'll put my money on Debo. Gardner Johnson's not physical. His mouth is loud.
Oh yeah.
But when it comes to push comes to shove, I want to see him out there stop Debo. I want to see this. So.
Oh yeah. It's going to be exactly what you said. You're going to be a running back and a slant. Like you're not there to bust no moves. Double moves, going deep, none of that. Like none of this basic wide receivers.
We could call
him.
We all know that. We can call him a running back, but no matter what, he runs out there, and after he catches the ball, yes, he is definitely a running back.
Oh yeah.
But if CJ thinks he's going
to
intercepting Debo or jamming him up, that's not going to happen. So I hope he does get to play him. I mean,
that is not going to happen because. Oh yeah, because I just want to see Debo, what you may call it, actually be in the red zone, be utilized in the red zone, which like how Ayuk and Jawan Jennings is. And
we got plenty.
Why aren't we still using Mason? And why aren't we still using Mason? That's what I want to know. Elijah Mitchell's been out for 3 weeks, and he puts Elijah Mitchell in before Mason. That's kind of mind-boggling right there.
Tiflo, you've been on teams. It's pecking order, though. I'm not. You gotta. If I'm ahead of you, I'm first senior, second senior.
But what's the best ability? What's the best ability?
Well, no. I mean, if you're not playing, you're not playing. But I mean, if McCaffrey,
exactly was
Tiflo, you and I both know. But you've already played on organized ball. If I'm the best player, coach is gonna go with me.
But as a coach.
Yeah.
If I found out you have history problems and you've been a workhorse for the for Carolina Panthers and still got injured, I'm not going to use you as a workhorse. I'm going to rotate you.
No, you're paying him too much money though. Tiflo, I need your score though.
No, it don't matter. It doesn't matter if he's paying too much money. It's all about, do you want to be dominant for the first, not even the half of the game, be healthy, and the second half you're going to be on IR, injury. Week to week.
He's okay though. He's not hurt bad. Tiflo, I need your score though. What do you
got? Niners should win. They should cover, and they should go on the over.
Okay, so over 44 points. W for the Niners and the
cover.
Over. All right, fam.
Yep.
We're gonna go. I'm gonna see you game day, and the day after if you got time.
Yes, sir. I'll try to make it.
All right, Tiflo. Have a good night, fam.
Let's get a little Niner shout out.
Oh yeah. Let's go, Tiflo. Sing it like the alley for me too. All right, fam.
Will do. All right, Ronbo. Good night.
You too. 570 in Pennsylvania. 570, come on in.
Hey, Ronbo, how you doing?
Hey, doing all right. You know, we're getting ready to rebound from this loss. What is your name?
My name's Trey from Pennsylvania, second time calling.
Hey, Trey.
Been listening. Been a couple years since I called in, but
all right.
I just had to. I had to call in once I was hearing all the Money Moody slander, and I just think it's a little unfair. I think before last week, obviously, that was a welcome to the league type game for Jake, but
sure.
I hear people saying he's not going to make a kick next week, and like I said, I just had to come in. I'm a Michigan fan too. I had to come in and defend my man. So
good. Because I mean, that's really good. That's unfair. The guy hasn't had but one bad game out of 5, no 6, and now all of a sudden he can't play. Well, that's too big of a conclusion to jump to. It really is.
Exactly. Yeah. And like I said, I'm from PA, so I was fortunate enough to go to that week 1 slaughter of the Steelers. And I remember he was kind of a game time decision, you know, had the hammy, I believe, and didn't have the best preseason. And I remember turning to the guy next to me and I was like, is Moody starting? And he said, yeah, because I know we had they had signed a guy leading up to that week just in case. And like I said, the guy next to me said, yeah, he's playing. And he made 5 kicks? And I mean, that's a tough place to kick notoriously.
Yeah.
And I just think that, you know, he had a rookie game, but better now than, you know, when maybe postseason. And I just think it's crazy. Yeah.
So, you know, we've got to learn to forgive. Robbie Gould missed one last year as well, 41-yarder. So, you know, it's going to happen on occasion. Although I really wish Jake would only miss once because he could have won that game for us. But, okay, it was in a place where the wind conditions and things. He is still a rookie. He's got to learn some things about how to navigate the ball in certain conditions. I think the coach, special teams coach might have talked to him about that, should have if he didn't, and get him on the right page. He needs direction right now as well. So.
Exactly. Yeah. And like I said, I think that was a perfect spot to have, you know, like I said, that kind of, that rookie game, right? I mean, you know, it was just a tough week for the team all around, but
yeah, it was.
Like I said, better now, get it out of you, you know, adjust and learn from that. And then, you know, obviously don't repeat that in the postseason, but
yeah.
Like I said, I just think it's crazy how people are saying, you know, to already sign Gold. And I don't know. I think, you know, it's nice to have that in the back pocket, but I'm not ready to give up on the rook yet, you know?
Yeah, it's overreaction. If he lays an egg this week and has the same thing next week, okay, then that discussion might get underway.
Yeah.
But not yet. I agree.
Exactly. Yeah. And especially, like I said, a week where, you know, the whole team was off. You know, I think everyone kind of felt like that was kind of a trap game, even when Walker was announced, you know, and it was just a weird week in the NFL all around. And like I said, I mean, he was money before that. So I'm not ready to give up on him yet, but hey, nice to have Gold in your back pocket if you need him.
Can you imagine calling Robbie? Yeah, I've been expecting your call. And listen, I'm going to tell you right now, I've got to have X amount of dollars, or we can hang up this phone right now.
Robbie, I think it would be one of those, what took you so long?
Yeah, you know, I know, right? It's just something obnoxious.
I knew you'd come crawling back. Yeah, but I mean, you know, I think, you know, I was just thinking about that whole ordeal the other day with Robbie and how, you know, a lot of people just expected he was going to come back, and it was kind of a weird falling out. But I think I have to think what happened was, you know, John or Kyle or whoever kind of told him, hey, we're going to go with one of these younger guys, you know, hopefully Moody. And I think that's probably what happened. But I mean, I think he, you know, I think he wants to be a Niner if something were to happen. And so, yeah.
Well, yeah, but Trey, word is Robbie says they didn't even make an offer.
Yeah, but like I said, had they already decided they were going to go, you know, try to get Moody at that point? That's kind of what I've been wondering.
Well, yeah, that makes sense, but I don't know that they discussed that with Robbie or not.
Because I don't see any other reason, you know, Ronbo. Like, why else would they not bring him back? You know what I mean? Other than if they, you know, were really sold on Moody.
Robbie's getting long. Well, then there's that, and Robbie's getting a little up there now in age, and so you know that leg could go anytime. It started to show little problems last year. He can't kick the goal from one end of the end zone to the other. Kicks are being returned all the time, and that's not happening with Jake. So you know.
Yeah, no, absolutely, yeah, and yeah, I mean, like you said, you know, Gold, he wasn't perfect. No kickers really are, unless
not 100%.
You know, it's the guy in Baltimore or whatever. But kickers are going to miss, they're going to miss kicks. Obviously, it sucks when it's for, a chance for
a
game winner and your first ever career game winner. But, like I said, I mean, just the conditions and everything considered, I mean, I'm not really too worried about that. I don't know. I think there's other issues that can be, that were probably more highlighted, maybe like some line issues. Purdy was under pressure all game. And so there's a million things you can look at, but I'm not ready to, like I said, people were saying to already give Robbie a call. I'm just,
Yeah. What I want to know, Deadhead, where did you guys get the $6 million that Robbie won? I heard that at the beginning, and then I heard that the 49ers didn't even offer him anything. So I don't understand. What is the truth? Anyway, Trey, we're gonna need your score, though. What do you got?
All right. So, I mean, still kind of waiting to hear. It sounds like between Trent, CMC, Debo, I don't know. I'm thinking probably two of them don't play, maybe all of them. But I'm gonna go 35-21.
Okay.
I think.
You think they're gonna get 3
I think
touchdowns?
the offense gets back.
No,
Yeah, you know what? I mean,
Vikings.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be
really annoyed if they score 21 points on the 49ers, but we'll see. If we win, it's okay, but I'll still be bothered by that.
Yeah, they don't have Jefferson, but I think it's playing on the road. I don't know. I mean, it feels like they're very desperate for a win. I don't know. I think
we're going coast to coast.
I think I could see them maybe stealing an extra touchdown.
Maybe.
But yeah, I got the Niners winning by 2 scores.
All right. Hey, Trey, great to meet you. I'll tell you what I want to do. We're going to go, and I'll be back after game time. And Victory Tuesday, I'm already calling it right now.
Hell yeah, Ronbo. Yeah, I'll definitely be calling in more. Yeah, love what you're doing here. And yeah, bang, bang.
All right. Looking forward to you. All right. Have a great night, Trey. Hey, Casey.
Ronbo, can you come back to me, buddy?
Okay. Casey's in the middle of laying a parlay down. All right. Hey. Hey. Oh, well, I was wondering. Oh, it's a big show. Oh, it's a big show on tonight. Show.
What's up, Ronbo?
You show. We haven't talked to you in a bit. I saw your comments in the chat, but there was no show on the mic.
I never made a comment in the chat. That must have been my.
The other show, the one that also goes by the name JJ.
Oh. Anyways, I have a question for you. Has Deebo Samuel lived up to his contract this season so far?
No, as a matter of fact, and last year either, for that matter. And we're 6 weeks.
And he had said in the beginning of the preseason and off-season, all off-season, how jacked up he's gotten. Even sent shirtless pics of himself to Kyle Shanahan, which was a little weird. And he said he feels like he's going to have a breakout year this year. And so far, we have yet to see that. I hope we see him Monday night, but
I don't think he's playing.
That's another problem he has all the time is injury. And
every year
we are going into this game beaten up. We're not 100%. And I don't know what these people are smoking tonight, these cheerleaders that continuously call in and thinking we're going to be scoring 35 points a game from here on out, being beaten up the way we are. You guys need to put your objective hat on every now and then and be real instead of the red and gold goggles and the bubble that you guys live in and fantasy land that you guys live in, because being beaten up and going to this game as injured as we are and not having 100% CMC, it really affects the offense the way it's going to operate, because CMC is that focal point of the offense, and he is the offense. He is 100% the offense right now, and it's been shown the past 5 weeks. And I feared that if we continue to work him like a workhorse, that he would end up getting hurt. And lo and behold,
after 5 weeks.
It happened.
Yeah.
And look at what happened to our offense. It fell completely apart without him. Brock Purdy went back to looking like Mr. Relevant. Why he was selected last. And that's what I'm not a Brock Purdy hater. I'm not a believer in him yet. It takes a season or two at least for me to believe in a quarterback.
Yeah, there you go. Stick with that though, because he made a few throws that were overthrown, a couple of overthrows, and then
that's
Brandon
another
Ayuk
issue
didn't
that
help him any with missing that
No,
one.
Brandon Ayuk didn't help him yet at all either, and that's another area of concern right there is Brandon Ayuk not catching the passes that he's supposed to be catching in a contract year.
I don't know what was going on.
Yeah, earlier against mediocre teams.
No, but he was all by himself.
But
that throw, it was slightly contested. One of them was, but one of them wasn't. Went right through his hands. I said, Brandon, you're supposed to make that one.
Yeah. But Brock has also overthrown a lot of passes, including in that Rams game where at least 21 points was.
Yeah, I think he's working on that.
Supposed to be up on that board, and that continued to show in the Browns game as well. He has not worked on that deep ball accuracy, which is a huge concern of mine of his. Yeah. And I know that's not everything when it comes to quarterback play, but that's what Peyton Manning did so beautifully. That's what Tom Brady did so beautifully. That's what Aaron Rodgers did so beautifully. They hit it right in the bucket.
And don't forget Russell Wilson, of whom I hate.
And him too.
I do not know of anybody that did that better than him.
Even Jameis Winston, Mr. Interception, hits it in the bucket.
He's got a great deep ball too. It's true. C.J. Beathard.
So does C.J. Beathard.
Yes,
Beathard. That's a great deep ball.
He's shocking with that.
But I have a lot of concerns with Brock Purdy, including I feel like Christian McCaffrey masks a lot of flaws of Brock Purdy. I really do. Putting the objective hat on here for a minute. We've seen those flaws in the Cleveland Browns game without Christian McCaffrey. Like the real Brock Purdy showed up. I feel like he's being masked with all his talent. All his talent is masking him of the flaws that we have not seen yet. And we saw those flaws come out during the Cleveland Brown game when all of our weapons went down. Christian and Debo went down, and Ayuk wasn't helping at all. And so, I'm not going to make a prediction tonight of whether we're going to lose or win, but going into a game battered and beaten up is not good. And our kicker, I also said our kicker was going to be an issue at the beginning of the season, and lo and behold, it's come true.
I just want to reflect what's probably being said. We can't make these conclusions after one game. You got to let's wait and see at least next week, because you had 5 solid games, and then you have this one. Okay, so would that be fair to draw any conclusions after this one stinker?
Ronbo, it's the NFL. It actually, like I said, I need a season or two for me to believe in a quarterback, but it does take one game. It honestly does. Look at Trey Lance. It took him one game for to pull the plug on him, and look where he is now.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'll be riding this train with you, but I need another couple of weeks. I can't make all these conclusions after 1 week.
I'm not writing him off. I'm not a hater. I'm not anything of that nature. I'm just being objective here, and I see what I see. I have eyes, ears, and everything, a brain too. I go by the eye test. I don't need to hear what people say and things like that and whatever, yada yada yada, all that bullshit and people talk and everything like that. I see what I see, and is he efficient? Absolutely. That's a great trait to have in a quarterback. Does he make this offense go? That's yet to be seen, because we haven't seen him carry this team yet.
And that's
another trait that the quarterback needs to have.
You're never going to see. That's not his job. But he's not
That's
going to do an Aaron
that's
Rodgers
what been
job.
our Achilles heel though ever since
No,
Kyle and John have been here.
Kyle's
We have not had a
offense.
quarterback to carry us over the
No,
hump.
but you don't need that show.
And
you just need everybody to do their job.
we do though, Ronbo.
No.
We do. That's why we couldn't be. That is why we didn't win the Super Bowl in 2019 because our quarterback didn't carry us over the hump. Because
the thing is,
we didn't have a run game that year and everything like that. And
we had 10-point lead with minutes to go. You know what? The thing is, you got to remember though, in Kyle Shanahan's offense, if you go out and maverick any length of time, you're going to blow it. Guys have already gotten their X's and O's down. Everybody's been working on this, and this. If you start trying to carry the club, Kyle's already told him, and you see that interview, you need to see that with Brock Purdy. He says he knows his job. He doesn't care what anybody says. He's supposed to go out there. He plays a point guard. He's supposed to get the ball in the playmaker's hands, knowing where they're supposed to be, knowing where they're going to be. You've got 2 or 3 options. You make a choice. This is not any idiot can't.
Great. Those are great traits to have.
Not a trait. It's a command.
You eventually at some.
Wait, let me just finish.
You eventually at some point need to carry that team over the finish line.
That's what I was getting ready
if
to tell
they
you.
can't do it themselves.
This is what was said. And then Brock says, Kyle said, go ahead, be yourself. In this situation, but in the meantime, run the blueprint. You got to do it. Shannon's not going to put up with any maverick quarterback. He's just never going to do it. You got to do it according to the game plan.
Well, look at how it's worked out for us the last 7 years. Not so well, has it?
We lost games for other reasons besides the quarterback, though. A lot of people think it was all quarterback. But that Super Bowl, the defense played a role in that, too. That NFC
Well, yeah, they got gassed out because the offense kept going 3 and out, and putting them faster on the putting the defense faster on the field. And
that wasn't the first time the 49ers won that. I needed Richard Sherman to make a play. I needed that deep ball down to Tyreek Hill.
Well, yeah, he got burnt by Sammy Watkins, and that was a little embarrassing.
Take all the responsibility from everybody or any one body when you look at a game like that. And you look at this game what if Brandon Ayuk makes that catch? What if Jake Moody can make just one kick? Now, what are you going to do? You won the game. You go back and say maybe Brock didn't have his best game, but you don't need to say he lost it when 2 or 3 other guys had something to do with that loss too. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I know what you're saying. But anyways, shout out to everyone. You all have a great night and take care and stay safe out there.
Always a pleasure.
All right, take care, Ronbo. Good talking to you. Always love talking to you, man. All right, take care.
Appreciate your show. So, you weren't paying attention. Big Show says, Big Show gave us a win, not 30. I forgot what he said now. Oh, I thought, okay. Big Show, I believe he said. Would you go in the chat, put down what your prediction was? I thought, okay. Anyway, Brian says, Big Show, stop, enough, calm down. Thanks, Brian. No, Show's always going to give you that side. He's got to have it. Show, give me, Big Show. Okay, we got another one. All right. Let's, hey, Casey, are you ready?
Yes, Ronbo, I am ready. How are you, bud? After we had that enlightening TED talk from Big Show,
we got to wait. See, the thing is, if we're going to lose every 5 or 6 games, and decide doom and gloom time has come, I just think that's a little too much.
I just don't understand what Show is smoking.
We're all right.
You know,
if we lose this weekend to the Vikings, it will be concerning.
Why? How does Show get off pulling up and saying, "I'm not a Brock Purdy hater"?
Well, I guess people can immediately assume that from some of the things he was saying, but he's got to let you know he's not. He's just looking at the whole picture.
But there's a big difference between saying, "Don't throw your clothes on the floor and put your clothes in the hamper."
Make that make sense, Casey. I enjoyed that though.
I'm saying there's a big difference between saying I'm not hating and there's a big difference between saying I'm supporting.
Well, yeah.
And Show calls in every night and finds a way to bring up Kirk Cousins, and I don't understand this. His argument is Christian McCaffrey is, hiding his
or masking his weaknesses.
Good. He's supposed to make Purdy better, Show. Like what? I don't understand what show is saying about that. That doesn't make any sense.
Casey, a lot of people think the same thing. They think the quarterback is supposed to do all the work. I don't know how that got started. I guess because even Tom Brady uses his weapons. I've always believed it's how your quarterback uses his weapons. If he's missing them all the time, throwing behind them,
No, I just don't
missing
understand
reads.
I just don't understand what show's saying. It takes me more than a season to, and we haven't seen.
Well, he's got to look
this.
good for 2 years.
This is the first time he's lost a regular season game. I don't know what it's like to not have a victory Monday. I forgot what it's like to lose a regular season game. We haven't lost a regular season game for almost 52 weeks, and we got shows saying, I don't know about Purdy still.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy, Ronbo. What does Brock Purdy need to do?
No, he's just Purdy's not doing anything wrong.
What kind of trauma from the last 10 years to show? I mean, like, this is concerning, Ronbo.
Well, he'll get over it because, as I've always said, a quarterback's not going to be perfect every week. At the same time, other people on the team are not always going to be perfect either. Football is a team sport, and even when you see guys like Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, Drew Brees, some of these guys who go down in history, they hit their targets. But it wasn't about them carrying a team, because without that receiver, without that running back, they're not going to get a damn thing done. And this is why when people always blame the quarterback for everything, I said, you know what?
I've seen Purdy get the ball to so many people. There's no questions with me and Purdy.
He's doing a good job.
Give Purdy 10 years.
He just needs another week. I'll bet you he looks. I bet you Jake Moody and Purdy look awesome this week.
That was concerning, Ronbo. You know, I hate having problems with the kicker. You know me. And here we are, week 6, missing kicks. Where are we? Cleveland? Where are we? We're in Cleveland?
We're in Cleveland.
What the hell is this shit, Ronbo? I'm week 6 missing game-winning kicks and stuff? Come on.
See, again, that's not the quarterback's fault. There are so many reasons why a team wins and loses. You don't win strictly on the quarterback's strength, and you don't lose strictly on the quarterback's strength. People got to do their job, including the kickers.
Purdy's fault, right, Show?
You know,
blame it on Purdy. You know, I mean, it can never be the Browns' defense that was really good that day. It was Purdy's fault, right?
Yes, the offensive line played a role there, right?
Come on. And you know, right before the kickoff, that fight and everything, like things like that happen. And, you know, it changes the momentum. Hats off to Cleveland. Enjoy it while it lasts, Cleveland. Anyway, let's see. What are we talking about today, Ron? Oh, I hit a 16er last night. I'm 1 for 1 on my I'm 1 for 1 on my NHL bets this year.
Damn, that's a good.
It's weird because like I grew up playing hockey, but I don't follow the NHL. I know enough about like, you know, game flow and momentum.
You might as well add that under those parlays, because the fact is, you probably know more about hockey than half the people out there betting if you grew up playing hockey.
Maybe, but it felt good to hit a 16er on my first NHL team.
Oh, God.
Maybe I'm in the wrong business, Ronbo. Maybe I should get onto the NHL.
You may as well with your expertise. I don't know why you wouldn't.
Yeah. You know, but speaking of gambling, Ronbo, you know, I'd love to play Kyle Shanahan poker. I think number one, Ronbo, I'd kick his ass in poker. I'm a 12-year.
I believe you too, because you know what you're doing with poker.
Right.
It'd be funny.
I think he would be a great player. I think he would be a great student of the game. And what he's done with the 49ers reminds me of what great poker players do, is they polarize their range. So they get to a point where their bets are you could basically flip a coin. Their bet sizing and everything is to the point where they'll do the same thing when they're bluffing or when they have it.
Yeah, that's the poker face. Exactly.
Yeah. And so that's what the offense has done now, you know, with their play calling and their pre-snap motion and stuff. And it's so fun to watch. I hope it's the Niners and the Dolphins in the Super Bowl now, because I don't think the Ravens are going to do it. I wanted revenge on the Ravens, but
the Dolphins are frightening.
And then another aspect too is if McDaniels wins the Super Bowl, then you know now there's this whole Kyle's disciples can win it, but yeah, it's like
Hey, you know what, Casey? Robert Saleh, had Rodgers been able to survive, but you know what's really funny? Before our very eyes, the drama's unfolding. Wilson's not looking half bad. What if he starts to get better during the course of the year?
Oh, man. Hallelujah. Hallelujah, Ronbo.
Because
Thank
Aaron
God
Rodgers
that
is helping
happened
him over
that
on the
day.
sideline and coaching him up.
Man.
I'm pulling for him because
I
he was
can't
such
believe
a
that happened.
fail when he first started.
I can't believe the Jets won that game, Ronbo.
Jalen, hey, Hurts didn't help any, though. I mean, Jalen didn't help himself. See, that's when a quarterback does need to take responsibility. When he's throwing one INT after another, now you have to wonder, are you and the receiver having a problem, or is that just you? You know? So, but Jalen Hurts
And
is...
you know what? Credit to Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
He played really good versus the Chiefs, too.
He didn't hurt him. Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah.
He's not hurting him. Now, what if he finally gets it together and starts scoring points? He's got good receivers.
Well, and we know he scores off the field, too. Cougar Hunter, right?
Yeah, no.
Oh, man.
Every time you look at that little baby face he is, you want, no, look at, oh, God, you little
And they
gigolo.
had Mike White. He used to beat the Bengals. They had the Bengal Killer and the Cougar Hunter.
Can't you give me your score? We got to go.
23-17, Ronbo. I agree with Show on that point. They're probably not going to get 30 or whatever it is. But, I mean, I'm going to say 23-7.
Well, let's see how McCaffrey looks. I mean, you got to have some of those weapons, but,
You know, the craziest part of that Dallas game, Ronbo, real quick, is that they did it without McCaffrey so much, right? You know, look at the stat line. Jordan Mason's their leading rusher and stuff. Like,
exactly.
I just think that maybe that win went to their head. Maybe they got humbled, and I don't know.
He plays other roles out there. McCaffrey's a fear factor for all defenses, so the other players can get away. If he's not out there, I'm not sure what that's going to look like, but we'll find out. Hey, I'll tell you what, Dave, always a pleasure. I'll see you Monday after the game and Victory Tuesday.
Yes, I'm appreciate it, man. Have a blessed night. Thank you.
All right, fam, you too. Not in case. Tony!
Ronbo, good evening.
Tony, good evening to you too. Here we are. It's almost time. Tony, you know what? A lot of analysts are talking about the Falcons is they're waiting for your quarterback to get it together because you guys got everything you need now to take the South. And I'm sure you got more a thought on that than they do even. But,
Yeah, he just got to get consistent. The offensive line, which was supposed to be a top 12 offensive line, has been a little inconsistent. I don't know what's up with McGarry. Sometimes he's on, sometimes he's off. But you can't throw 2 interceptions in the fourth quarter, one of them in the red zone. You can't do that.
No, you cannot. So, But Tony, and as far as the 49ers go, have you drawn any conclusions about that game with the Cleveland, almost called the Indians, the Browns game? Is it right now to go ahead and assume that we got the issues a little more than what we thought? Because I'm thinking people are panicking a little too much. You're not going to go 17-0.
It was a down fought slobber knock game. And I told you on your last show, I like those type of games, defensive games. I don't like the offense all the time. Y'all could have won the game, but and Jake Moody's going to be fine, Ronbo. He's played in the cold at Michigan. He was an All-American kicker. Jake Moody will be fine. Niner Empire, get off of Jake Moody. He'll be fine.
I agree. At least
Everybody
give him another week. I mean, there's no point in calling Robbie Gould yet.
And Ronbo, I agree with you. Ayuk is the number one this week. Juwan Jennings is your number 2 receiver this week. Rest Debo. Rest them.
Especially against a team like
this. Get these other guys some time to shine.
Yes. And not only that, Tony, if I got two games in a row, I got my guys are hurt. Fortunately for me, the second game of the 2 is next week. I need to let these guys heal up as much as possible before we play Joe Burrow's starting to Burrow's looking better, Tony. That leg is healing up. He's starting to hit those shots now. So he couldn't push
They're
off.
still going
before,
to be inconsistent if they don't run Joe Mixon. I've been saying that since the Super Bowl with them. They will not run the rock.
But that wide receiver out of Ohio, what's his name again?
Oh, yeah, T. Higgins, and then you got Chase.
Jamar. Hey, Jamar's getting better.
Yep.
Chase, he's from Ohio too. But anyway, Jamar's getting on it and setting up. No, I'm always open. And then I guess Burrow said, "Hey, come on, bro, you gonna do me like that? All right, damn it, I'll throw you the ball, but come on." They've been knowing each other since high school. I mean, yeah.
I'm gonna tell you this, Ronbo. Y'all probably won't see him because T. Higgins is back. Cincinnati drafted 2 receivers in this past draft. One of them returns punts, Charlie Jones. He's good out of Purdue. He's good, real fast. They drafted this guy, Ronbo, in the 6th round. Remember how I love Christian Watson?
He's another Christian?
This kid, his name is Andrew Ozalskis out of Princeton, 6'3", 212. He had his first touchdown last week. Ronbo, he was a beast in preseason. I love this kid.
How fast?
I love this kid. But he's not going to play much because of the Ronbo, this guy, he's going to develop. He's got the size. He can run routes. He's got the hands. He can get – Ronbo, this kid is good.
Yeah, but you got T. Higgins. Boy, if he's better than T Higgins terrifies me. I mean –
No, he's not better than T, but I'm just saying he's going to develop.
Yeah.
I
well,
like
and there's a good thing. Because if Higgins asks for too much money later on and this kid develops at 6'3", you tell T, go ahead and check. Yep. You ought to go out and check that market out. Well, we'll wait on you. Because we're going to pay what we can afford.
I think Jawan Jennings is going to have a big day as y'all's number 2 receiver. Play him. Ray McLeod will be your 3. And then you got Ronnie Bell as your 4 this week.
I feel good about my receiving room. I do. I just need I need Brock to settle down.
And your running back room is good.
Yeah.
We ain't going to even talk about it.
Yeah. And the elements last week, they might have taken some of Brock's passes too. I know they took Jake Moody's kicks. So we're not going to get perfect weather conditions every time. But Kyle should also know, you see the weather, Kyle. Keep that ball on the ground. Give me a short route or something like that. I don't remember missing any short routes. My receivers, I think that was uncharacteristic of Brandon Ayuk. I think that ball was whipped by the wind as well.
Yeah.
Because he hasn't missed that all year.
That would have been a touchdown if he called that.
There's nobody around him. God.
Yeah, and you still got the wily veteran, the strong safety, Harrison Smith. I don't know if you know him. The former All-Pro, Harrison Smith. Minnesota's defensive backfield, the strong safety.
Vikings player?
Yeah, number 22, Harrison Smith. He's still there. So, but that defense, other than him and Danielle Hunter, y'all should be able to run, play action on them all day.
Yeah, because I'm looking at who they played and how they just narrowly escaped or lost. And I said, the Vikings ain't played nobody that's really just all that. And they lost by close scores. I understand that, but they still lost and narrowly beat the teams they did beat. You beat the Panthers by 2 or 3 and stuff like that. It's not good. So yeah, they're not looking like the Vikings of last year.
I am really surprised at Green Bay, Ronbo, because that defense has still got those first round picks and all. I'm surprised Green Bay is struggling like they are, and it's not all on their quarterback either. I'm surprised. I know they got some injuries, but everybody got injuries.
Yeah, offensively they got a gel. He's just out there for the first time. I don't know how well he knows his team, but what's the name that your guy from Dakota, the receiver?
Christian Watson.
Yeah, didn't Christian just get back?
Watson.
He was out for a minute.
No, he's been back since week 2. Week 2. Like you said, they got a gel.
Yeah, and I think because a lot of quarterbacks who came into the league did not start off guns a-blazing. Brock Purdy is just sort of like an outlier. I mean, there are rookies that come in looking good, but not that good. He looks unusually good. So I'm
tired of people,
but yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm tired of people doubting Brock Purdy. And Cowherd did it today. I'm not sure about. Just stop it. The guy's a good quarterback.
Yeah,
he's proven himself.
Yeah.
Ronbo, here's one for you. Baltimore. Cowherd picked Baltimore to beat Detroit in Baltimore this week. That's gonna be good. Detroit gonna beat Baltimore. Watch what I tell you.
Also, what do you think about Miami against it? Because I'm thinking Miami versus the Eagles. I'm thinking Miami.
Actually, to be honest, I'm thinking the Eagles. You know why?
How come? Defense?
Miami hasn't really played anybody, man.
Yeah,
other than
Miami's,
Buffalo.
They do struggle against, and Buffalo beat them with good defense.
Yeah. Well, they beat the Chargers. Miami did week 1, but
Yeah. The Chargers.
New England, Denver.
Yeah, I'm thinking the Chargers may be overrated. I thought that the new coach would make a difference. Herbert's hurt. His left hand was hurt this last game. I'm sitting there watching.
I don't think the Chargers are overrated. I really don't. I don't know what's wrong with them, Ronbo. I don't get it. They get a big lead. They let the team back in. They struck. I don't even know what's wrong with them.
That's strange.
They got some talented players.
They do. Their offense is just deadly. You got Derwin James running around. How do you lose these games? Anyway.
They remind me of us. They remind me of my team, actually.
You got all that firepower and still manage to, which one you guys gonna figure it out before the Chargers? The Chargers been doing this for a long time. They've had that weaponry for 3 seasons that I know of.
Well, they screwed up, Ronbo. Remember the Spanos family and what's the coach of Denver's name? Used to be with New Orleans. What's his name? The coach. They're good friends.
Yeah.
Sean Payton.
Yeah.
They should have went out and got Sean Payton, man.
And
Sean Payton and Justin Herbert?
Exactly. And fire that dude you got, because he is not going to get any better. He's already proven that.
Yeah. No, he's not.
Tony,
he's not going to get better.
No, he's not. He may get worse. And the players are going to give up on him at some point, too. That's the bad thing. But anyway, Tony, I'm going to have to go. Too. Tell you what, I'm going to look for you game day, and it's going to be a fun week, Monday and Tuesday. All right.
Yeah, we go to Tampa, we play Master Baker Mayfield. I'm looking for a defensive struggle.
Look out for Baker. He looks a little better this year.
Yes. Yeah, but their defense is good, Ronbo. They're still that same Super Bowl defense. I hope we get them. Desmond Ridder just, comes out of his shell and do what he's supposed to do. He's a confident kid, but, get the ball to your weapons and just do it.
See.
And Ronbo, before I leave, Texas boy, you hypocrite. You got the nerve that after 2 weeks ago tonight was the last time you was in this chat. Then you gonna come back in this chat after y'all won. When y'all lose, you don't come around. And now y'all won, you gonna come around talking trash. You got a lot of nerve, you hypocrite.
I tell you, who do the Cowboys play this week?
They're on their bye.
Damn. Because we might have said. Because I'm telling you, there's some problems in Texas. We're gonna see.
Yes. They're gonna win a couple games because they play the Rams when they come out. They bye next week, and they got a couple easy games. But yeah, we've already talked about their schedule. They play the Rams
the defense
next week, and then they go to Philly. That's gonna be one of the first losses.
Texas boy, I tell you.
And Ronbo, did you hear who Philly signed?
No. Who?
Philly signed Julio Jones.
See,
that breaks my heart.
I saw that conversation going on. I thought Julio, what? You're coming out of retirement? Okay.
He's 34 years old. He's not the same. He's only had one good game in the last 2 years, and that was week 2 of the 2021 season with Tennessee at Seattle when he had 4 catches for 151 yards. That's the last we've seen of Julio Jones.
They'll get
week 2 of 2021.
And they'll get 2 weeks before he pulls a hammy, because that's what he does now.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Really he shouldn't go out like that. That's really sad.
He should stay retired like Matt Ryan. Get a job in the booth like Matt Ryan, man.
Yeah.
I'm not happy about that.
Well. All right. Well, Tony, I'll see you in a couple of days, and enjoy your weekend. All right.
Al Shanahan, if you're listening, play Jordan Mason.
Oh, he has no choice.
Play Elijah Mitchell.
He knows better.
Rest Christian McCaffrey,
He has no choice. Even if McCaffrey's on the field, Jordan Mason can get the bulk of the carries. He'd be crazy to do anything else. Out of his mind. Doesn't. Why would you continue to injure him? You don't need to. At least do a heat check. See what Mason looks like. If he's really bothering you that much, okay, then maybe you go to Elijah, or you let, McCaffrey play if he wants to. But, don't start him. Anyway, I see it a couple
And
of
great
days.
move, 49ers. Randy Gregory is balling for y'all.
Oh, yeah.
And it's going to get better.
Yes,
The best is yet to come.
Nick's loving it. All right, Tony.
I'll see you
Good
Sunday,
luck to
Ronbo.
you. All right, fam.
Take care. You too.
Night. Julio, we ain't scared. I like that, man. And Big Joe says, I was trying to be as fair and objective regarding Purdy. I named good things that he carried and areas of concern. When you get too emotionally attached to players, it's hard to handle criticism. And that's true. And maybe you don't see the picture in the same way. So, Show, thanks for that contribution. I welcome your critiques. I really do. So don't stop. All right. Thanks, Show. Show doesn't have a score, so that's fine. Anyway, fam, I'm going to tell you what, I'll be in your face at your place. I'm not going to see you. Sunday, we're not going to be able to Sunday. It was pre-planned. So we got a Monday nighter. I'll see you Monday and Victory Tuesday, though. All right, fam. Please, don't forget to subscribe before you leave and hit the like. And thanks for the contributions. Always appreciated. Go Red and Gold.